last week we started one. I don't know whether to call it a video podcast, but today we're continuing. And I think last week we were able to capture quite a lot from why Finland, the universities, the programs, the schools, IELTS, the VFS experience, what we wish we knew before applying, and then dealing with stress, rejection, and then student accommodation. And that's where we actually ended up in there. But today we're going to also look at finances. But just before we talk about finances, because we're talking more about how it's expensive, you have to invest money in all this whole process from IELTS to the school applications to going traveling for VFS and things. But before we go to the finances, I want us to touch on when we're coming, like packing and preparing ourselves. How was it like? Like, yeah. I think for me, Ike was helping on that side because when I reached out to him on Facebook, I remember he told me that there was African markets, Hello, Hot Curry, so I could check it online. So that helped me remove unnecessary food items I didn't really need to bring. So that kind of helped me. And I think for clothes, one thing I also got to know was the weather is a bit funny. And the clothes we have in Ghana, like I had to bring essentials like one or something, but I didn't really have to bring so much of it. But I brought more African clothes, like what I brought from Ghana, because I was told that one you won't really get so much of it here. So I think I focused more on my African prints and those ones than some of those things. But how was your packing here? Like, do you come with 23 kilos too, or 123 or 132? What did you pack? Maybe I start with the guys don't pack so much. So maybe the guys first. So what? How was your luggage like?
22 kg too, and basically full of clothes. Not much food because I don't really like a lot of African food. I'm the right kind of person.
For this place,
I'm the right kind of person. Not potato dough, but rice.
Rice.
And you know, rice is universal.
Yeah.
And the kind of things I need for my stew or my sauce.
Yeah, I think over here
I normally get
cheaper.
them. Like even in Prisma, when I get to Prisma, I can get everything I need for my simple sauce. You know, yes, because I don't really have a lot of like options when it comes to food. I'm very limited. Yes. So I didn't really pack a lot of maybe some spices. Yes. Basically that was it.
But I said clothes. Like what type of clothes did you pack? Like
yes, so that's where I come to.
Thank you.
You know, I like to dress as a teacher. I like to dress like a teacher. So initially I thought it was the same thing here before I came. A lot of formal stuff, like you know, the shirts, the iron ones here. But the moment I got here and I saw how people were dressing, I got to know that hey, I should go back to being like a boy, not a man. You should dress like a boy, like you know that in Africa, like where I come from, you see you are dressing like a boy, you know what I mean? Yes. Because in Ghana you hardly wore things like this. But the moment I get here or I got here, I have to.
I think even with the organizations and things, people like to do more smart casuals.
Yes.
They don't do like rigid.
Exactly. So during our orientation, they changed my orientation as well about how dressing should be. Like, because I saw the facilitators, the lecturers, professors wearing like casual stuff. So all those things are there. So I'm thinking of sending them back. Maybe giving them back. Because I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know. And they are still there. I still have a bag full of that. Untouched. Rather.
You can use.
Yeah, but the good thing I think I did was to go buy winter stuff.
And
I got someone, like a very good person in the market who recommended that. He has people who have come here. So they had different types of winter clothing. And he recommended, I think, 3 for me. But when I brought them here, like that's what I used over the winter. So that was really helpful.
Before we go to the lady, because ladies carry a lot of things. So because me, I brought first track, I went for second track of things. So maybe I could share his.
Okay, for my side.
You came from Norway.
Yeah, I think.
You came with 1 suitcase or 2 suitcases.
Oh, since I was moving out completely, I brought 2.
23 by 2.
No, the one was 23 and the other was, I think, 20. Yes.
What was inside it?
Oh, for closings, I was already there, and everything is the same. Weather, no, so I had experience of what to bring and other things. So I already had my winter jacket because previously, the previous winter I used them. I had my winter jacket already, and the kind of clothes to bring because it was the same thing you wear in this country. You have the similar weather, not the same. Yes. So for me, it wasn't a new thing to me. What to bring and what to wear. Like you said, foodstuffs and other things. Norway, what I bring from Norway, that's different from Finland. So
Yeah.
I don't really bring anything. I remember the very
Yeah.
first day I came here, I had to go to S Market just around where I was staying earlier to get, I think it was cookies.
Yeah.
For that, I reached here in the night.
Yeah, hungry.
Yeah. Wasn't night, but it was around September.
Ah, yeah.
Yeah,
The
September.
sun goes down early.
Yes, I reached around 6 there. But in 2023, the winter came very early. Yes, I remember it set off very early. So for me, it wasn't a big problem as to what to bring.
So you brought more clothes in your
Yes,
stuff.
yeah, I already had those. Yeah, to match up with the weather.
Okay.
Like the Finnish people will say, if you tell them it's cold, they'll
It's
tell
no
you
cold,
that it's not cold. But you don't have good clothes. Not good clothes as your clothes are not like torn out or something. But what will match with the weather is your problem. So
You need to get,
yes. Yeah. So for me, it
And
was
I think
okay.
people get confused on that. People feel like buying heavy clothes or something, but it's not about heavy clothes
No.
here. It's about layering. So it's light things which are tight to your body, which
Yes.
kind of keep you warm.
Like what you're saying, layering what you're saying, 2023, 22nd December or something. Vasa reached up to -30. I tell you -30. Now remember, they sent a message from our school that if you don't have anywhere going, stay indoors.
-30.
-30. And you have very important place to go to. Just wear layers of clothes.
Yeah.
If not, because they sent a message that nobody should go out. Because you reach -30. I remember on December 22nd or so. Yeah, so clothes are very important when you are moving, but
you don't get so many.
Yeah.
Like it's what we're saying.
The salient ones.
Yeah. I think, what about you?
I really don't have. I didn't pack much because I was coming from India, so like I really didn't come with a lot. Food. Okay, I would have wanted to come with food and clothes and all those, but I was in India. There's nothing food and clothes.
I mean, yeah, lots of food like spice and all that.
Spices, yeah.
I'm not big on their spice. I'm big on African stuff. So I didn't come with much. It was just one bag. I think it's 25, and then the hand luggage. So it was mostly important clothes. Yes, because I was a student, so I had like a lot of other clothes, so important ones. And yeah, that was it. And then for the winter stuff, I think I didn't get anything at all. Because I remember reaching out to you, or was it Rita, and asking like, what should I buy for like winter? And then they said, oh, it goes to this degree and this degree. And then in India, when I asked like in every shop, they're like, we don't have clothes I can go to.
I think in most places, like in the emerging countries, we don't have winter. So usually if you want to get winter clothes, unless you go to second-hand shops.
Yeah, those are the
Yes, that's where you really get those things. But like you barely see any store like a boutique or something selling winter clothes in Africa or something like that.
The thing is, even if you who will buy?
Who will buy? That's the thing. So
now if you check Ghana, it's like 26 degrees.
Even in the southern parts, which used to be like 23 all the time.
But now it's changing.
maybe it's a business idea someone has to go into because
No, but we have people in that business. If you check online,
They sell
in
winter
Ghana, Gigi.
Okay.
I checked on Gigi and I noticed that there was someone who was like a couple of people shops
Okay.
selling like winter.
It's new.
clothing. Yes,
Okay.
new ones and then the used ones,
Okay.
depending on the ones that you want.
Yeah, people buy them.
Yeah,
but-
because people travel with them,
Yeah.
so they made those shops purposely for
Yeah.
travelers.
Yeah.
A day in, day out, someone needs it.
Yes,
Of course.
And I think sometimes if you're buying those things, you don't get a good seller who's not thinking of just selling to you, but who understands where you're going.
Yes.
Because the weather in UK is different from the weather in Finland.
Yeah.
The weather in Finland is different from the weather in Germany.
Mm-hmm.
So the fact that we are all going to Europe doesn't mean we need the same type of jacket.
Because I remember the man like explicitly
Yeah.
made the differences clear to me.
Yeah.
That UK can reach this, you don't need this, you don't need this.
Yeah.
Like and I'm still using those winter boots.
Yeah.
It's still there.
Yeah. I mean, I think one thing I really brought that helped me was shea butter. The shea butter cocoa butter has been very helpful
You go white.
to me. You go white, like you go pale during that time. And I think for me, because I'm a little bit bigger, finding my jeans size when I came was hard. So I was glad I bought some jeans before I came. Because some of those things, it takes time for you to get. But like things like sneakers, boots, and things, you can easily get them.
Yeah,
And so I think for females,
and one trick too is their size, like their jean size, the one we have in.
people have there are lots of
It's
extra
different.
small people
Yes,
here,
it's
so it
yeah,
becomes hard
because
yeah, it's so heavy.
The size that they will say maybe this size, if you bring that one to Africa, it's different.
Yeah.
So another thing is, if you want to travel, at least you need to bring 2 or 3 that you can manage.
Yeah, like I said, so what was saying, like over here, because there's more of casual dressing, you need more jeans.
Yeah.
More,
Sneakers.
If you get one sneaker or 2 sneakers, you can wear those.
Yeah,
You're good to go.
But one thing we should also note is that the sneakers are a bit expensive here, especially if you're looking for the brand new ones.
Yeah, and over here, I think if you also focus on brands, you struggle unless it's a sales period.
Yeah. But in Africa, like in Ghana, you could get something like original Nike for, let's say, in Ghana cities like 450 to 600 cities. But you get the same thing here for like 60 euros or 65 euros, and it's not like up to that quality.
Yeah.
Recently, I bought one and I was like, seriously.
I also checked like the Puma shoes. Like I saw one in India before coming here, and it was like 5,000 rupees. The conversion is like 100 rupees to 1 euro. So it was like 5,000. I was like, no, that's expensive. I checked one just recently when I went to 157, and then I was going through like XSL and it was like
Intersport or something like
150 euro. And I was like,
Yeah.
why? It's not even the same quality. This one's like rubber. So
So at that point you should.
I mean, I think my best advice for anybody who's coming is at least get your basic essentials and invest in one sneaker, because at least you're working a lot in your sneaker. Maybe one winter boot for a start, and then jeans matter a lot. Get your size jeans, good ones that can last you for a while. So you find a shop you can buy.
Especially if you're fat and tall.
If you're like me, because I was trying to I get the jeans. It's either my height, but then the size doesn't fit me, or like.
I also struggle with that. It's either if I find my size,
you find your height.
It's too short because it's not my height.
Yes.
But we can also wear in the summer, like Hanson was saying, if you have like this our shirt and this, you can bring some of them. You can wear in the summer, but summertime you can't go by this one. It's very
our friends have been wear most of them during summer.
The summer.
But then after summer,
June, July, and early September there.
Yeah.
But you should know where you are if you are based in the north, because we are talking about maybe this south, western parts, which is like Gaza. But if you are somewhere in Kusamo, in Olu, it becomes a bit difficult because their weather is a bit it's different, not a bit.
Lapland.
Yeah, because as I was saying, around August in the north, even around Rovaniemi, it was like 4 degrees. Yes, it was around 4 degrees Celsius. Somewhere around the 14th, 13th of August.
Wow.
Yes.
4 degrees.
I'm telling you.
That's it.
Yes, and if you happen to be close by like a water body, and the winds were so very violent over there, and it blows over the water, and you feel it's already winter.
Okay, then that's why I'm feeling so much coolness in my room. It just
about window
30 meters away from my room.
Yeah, so not
weather.
Weather is not only like weather, but there are certain factors that determines the. So a place like a locality can have different weather condition depending on where you find yourself.
Yeah, like sometimes it's raining, you get to little, it's not raining.
Yes, and sometimes it's very cold here. Like if you go close to your university and the Ogo Academy, see that's
the water.
Oh my God, that place is.
That's where I stand for my place.
Yeah. Okay.
But at least for the things to pack, I think there's a video on the channel, so they can check it out. Some of the clothes and things to pack, which is good. But like a very critical thing we're talking about is financing, money, l'agence, That one.
About
applying the application process, then the school itself, and then when we come here. Yes. So I think I want us to look at it from these 3 directions. Like when you are doing applications, like how those ones go. I think we talked about the VFS course, the school course, which we've touched on that.
Yeah.
But then now moving from there, where we are also obviously when you're coming, there's flight tickets, there's other things. So I think if you can highlight some of the main cost factors where the money issues are a lot. And then obviously when you come here to, like you mentioned the last time, like school fees. So sometimes you have to even think of how you're going to pay it per semester and stuff. So I think reflecting on your journey, if you can also share on where you think the money problems are, and then like ways we can go about it. Like I think that can be helpful to people who also like begin this journey.
Yeah.
So is what you can start on.
Yeah. So I think regarding this, flight is flight. We know that is one thing that you have to consider, and then the prices are actually different depending on when you book and then the type of flight.
The day you book.
Yes.
If it's within the week, like Wednesday, Thursday.
We have some green days there.
Yeah.
And I think as a student like myself, it's easy because you only have to book one way, not like 2.
Yeah.
Yes. And you normally have to do it like book in advance.
At least 1 month or 2 months.
Yes. It's always good that way to get it a bit cheaper. Yes. And then I think the next thing has to do with the spending money.
Yes, proof of funds.
Proof of funds, yeah. But proof of funds, I think it depends on the individual in question. Some people go in for they use sponsorship. Yes. And yeah, so that one is between you and then your
This
sponsor.
one's are.
Yes. And then some also, like myself, like personal funds.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, where you have to upload your pay slips whilst you were there, your
Yeah.
bank statements, and if you have any properties you want to add, like the
Mhm.
value and all
Yeah,
those things, you
yeah.
can. Yeah, I have to do all
Yeah.
those things in addition to my because self sponsorship.
Yeah.
So yeah, if you have any business, even if you are selling phones in Ghana or
Yeah.
whatever, go get something like a business certificate.
Mhm.
Yes, which shows that this is your business and this is what you are doing. Yes, because there's one thing about I think proof of funds and source of funds.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Yeah,
It's not
because
just
they
about
really
the
check
proof.
that. They check that a lot. To
The
be sure
source
that's
is so
really
important
yours
to
or
them.
money laundering or
Yes.
is.
Yes. Yes. So your proof is always backed by your source. So that
And like
should
you mentioned
also be
earlier in Finland, like I think your word matters. Trust. You want to really build trust on the word.
trust. Yeah. So that is it. And I think when you get in here, one thing which really takes money is rent. Aside everything. That's
Every
number
month
one.
you cough it out.
Yes.
Beginning of the month.
Yes.
The month ends so quickly.
So quickly, and you start thinking, that's number one. Like
Yeah.
so if anyone is coming, they should make sure that at least they have their 1 year rent ready. That is what maybe also advocate.
And I think it's also because these days it's so hard to even find work when you come in. It may take you like 3-6 months or
Yes.
sometimes 1 year
Yes.
to get something that is significant enough to pay for the rent.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
That's it. So I think it will be good and safe. You have that money with you. If you come in and some way somehow you've had people stay here for 1 year without work,
Mhm.
and some stay here for just 3 weeks with
Mhm.
work or 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Some people just the same week, like maybe they know someone. It depends on it is from person to person cases. So we can't generalize anything. Yeah, so if anyone's coming in, think about your rent. That's very important. Food is not that expensive. It depends on
I
the
realized
food.
one thing here.
It's not that expensive.
If you are eating normal food like vegetable stew and
Yeah.
vegetables and stuff, but if you go to African foods, it's
Yeah.
expensive.
Mhm.
Because that's one thing that I realized when I was tracking my spending in the African market. I realized that when I'm doing heavy African meals the whole month, my bills are billing.
Yeah.
So I had to then mix it up, and then I do my stews and normal stuff. And weekends maybe African weekend or something. So I think that one too is true. Yeah. Like what would you say the cost part is?
Yeah, with the monetary issues, I think, like Hansen said, really is about the funds that you need to show. I don't know if we are still going by the application process issue.
Yeah.
Because normally the proof of funds should be in your name. In my situation, everything was self-financing.
Okay.
Yes. So you show your bank statement or your bank account to them. Unless maybe you are supporting with other property or something, they then need your bank statement. Or if someone is sponsoring you, I don't know the situation if that's changed. If it hasn't changed, the person needs to send the money into your account, and the account should be in your name.
With someone who is being sponsored.
Yes.
Yeah. I think one problem sometimes I've noticed with Africans or in our society now is that there are people who even as they invest, they don't have a bank account.
Yeah.
It's just moo. So I think it's very
You need to
good.
have a bank account.
Yes, and parents should also try and do it for their kids.
Yeah.
Because
Bank account. It
I
matters. I
remember
think that's one thing we are not doing too well with. Everybody's now focused on Momo, on your phone, mobile money. But I think
But even Momo, you can get a bank account and transfer from your bank. Like it's one of the best things to do.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sometimes I put like money on my phone and I transfer it straight to my bank, and then bring it back to my phone and then transfer it to someone. Like so, on your bank statement, you have all those things showing, and those are part of the transactions. Yes.
And one thing I remember, if it's allowed to say, I was discussing with some colleagues from Nigeria.
Okay.
So the current academic year, most Nigerians were refused because why? What they were doing was Nigerians they practice the federal system of government. So their the government, the local government or something, they're the ones issuing sponsored letter to them.
Okay.
So maybe in one state, maybe the governor there will just local authority will just issue a government. So I think now definitely people were confused about how can maybe one person or something issue for maybe 10 people from the same. So that one was bringing an issue. So I was discussing with one colleague from Nigeria was like, this year there were about 3 people from his place that were denied because the French people were confused about how can such, because Nigeria, their currency, for you to have that to sponsor somebody about 10,000 euros in naira It's huge
It's
money.
huge.
You see that thing. So if you are planning, at least if someone wants to sponsor you, let the person start maybe putting some money in your account for a while, so that at least by the time next year you come, your account might have built up. Like Hansen said.
But I think
yes.
I want to chip in the fact that in as much as people are putting money into your account or trying to help you out, I think you also have to agree with them on the time period.
Yeah.
Because if you don't take care and someone says, okay, I want to sponsor you, let me give you 10,000 euros, and then when you come, you pay me. Reality is, when you come, it takes time to really get things, to get to your feet. Because sometimes when you come in, people are expecting you to start sending money home and billing you and all those things. Maybe we'll talk about that, but I feel whoever is sponsoring you, they have to be of that mind that you're sponsoring me, but it's going to take a while for me to step on my feet to be able to give it back or pay it back if I have to. So I think that matters.
Yeah, and then another thing, because as I said, also rent, because you don't know what happens. We are all different. Somebody might come a month, a week, the person will find work, which the person will start maybe grouping something small.
I think the good thing about here in Finland is you can work with the student visa.
Yes, you can work with student visa.
Yeah.
But you don't know what happens next. So at least you should have something prepared of time. If the unexpected happens, at least you have something to follow. Because it might be very difficult if you come, you don't have anywhere to stay and those things. So at least financially you should be a bit prepared so that to meet up with the bills and other things that you need to. One thing is, I was telling someone the other day that here is not like Accra to Kumasi. Like you are a bit stranded. Okay, let me take VIP 100 Ghana in Kumasi, 100 Ghana in Accra. Here's a bit different. So at least financially you should be a bit prepared to match up with at least for the next 1 year.
And one other thing, you don't see people sleeping on the streets here.
It's too cold. Why are you going to sleep on the street? You can't be sleep. You can't be homeless.
Yes, and it's not even allowed here. You know, other countries they're like, oh, you can
train station or something. The train station is locked. You can't access it. Give it as well. I call it.
I remember the first day I came here, and I got to Vanta and went to Central.
But I think Vanta those ones are a bit open.
No,
most people travel.
Let me. And then I got there, and then I got there around 8, and then all the trains had left. So I had to wait till the next day, the following day, 4, before the first train, like to Vasa. So I stayed. I stayed from 9. I was inside the train station, or I thought everything was rosy, everything was. I was happy seeing people passing. Oh, hello! I'm like, oh, this is interesting. Oh, yeah. Then it was like 10:30, 11, and then they said you were locking the whole thing up.
You have to move out.
I moved out and I sat outside.
Oh my God!
I told them your situation. Yes,
no, they were locking the whole thing. Like there are shops there, so they were locking the whole central place. Yeah, it was locked, you know. And I had to sit outside, something like a pub, but they had also closed. And then they had something like a canopy, an umbrella with one seat there, and I was sitting there. And others came to sit by me.
It was summertime.
It was.
No,
it was August. Yeah.
So it wasn't that cold.
No, it wasn't that.
But I think most places may be able to sleep over or wait when they are maybe at the airport, but the train stations and things they close it.
Yeah, so, train station. So so we have to like bear in mind that rent is so important.
And I think rent is the biggest chunk of money you're paying. But apart from your rent, insurance is not much. Like and for students, at least you get student health insurance, except for the Erasmus people. But I think that was something they have to work on for you guys here. Because at least for students, you get student health insurance. And then if you're staying in a student apartment, there's no house insurance and those things. But if you're in a private apartment, then you have to pay for those as well. And I think feeding and lifestyle is up to you. If you live a very simple life, and what I liked when I came to Finland was the fact that nobody's looking at what you're wearing. You can wear one clothes, nobody's minding you. Whether you're wearing one sneaker, you're wearing what, nobody's minding you.
It's your choice.
So over here, I think lifestyle is different. And winter time, everybody's in black. It's just your jacket. Whatever you wear under, it's just your jacket you see. So I think here is less competitive, which is good. So the lifestyle is up to you.
To manage how you live your life.
Although sometimes it can be expensive if it's like I understand if it's winter, you're buying winter clothes, it's expensive. But you can get it cheaper when it's sales time, like July sales month. And
even off season, one strategy I've adapted now is fine. If I need summer tires for a car, I'll buy them in the winter. And if I think I need winter tires, I'll buy them in summer. And they're always cheap. And that is what I'm doing now.
Same thing applies to the clothing shops.
Yes. I also did the same thing. I got my winter, most of my good winter clothes
around May, June, July, where the summer is over, then they'll be laying off the previous winter stuff to bring the one. The same. Now that we are in winter, almost in winter,
Mm.
if you go to a shop, most of the summer clothes they are just they want to clear them.
They want to clear
Or they don't want to wait till next year.
No.
Yeah.
They want to bring
So
new things.
let's say if you are short of for winter summer stuffs, you can now go and purchase them.
No.
Yes,
Yeah.
the same quality, but maybe you get them at
A
a bit cheaper price.
discounted
Yeah,
price.
discounted price. Since they want to lay them off.
Yeah.
Yeah, same thing in May, June. You can also go for some winter stuffs. The same quality, the same thing that you were supposed to buy maybe 60.
Yeah.
You can get like 40 or anything like that.
Yeah.
Which is
And then I think there's one thing I need to chip in. If you're a student and maybe you are in Africa or any part of the world and you don't really know how to ride a bicycle, I think it's good.
It's true.
Like,
Especially my females.
Yes,
females.
yeah, it's like if you see someone like 70
Okay, I think
year old,
walking,
80-year-old on
cycling,
bicycle,
walking,
and I'm like,
cycling.
what is happening here?
they're very strong.
And we go to play like certain kind of sports, and I see people who are around 50 years, 60 years, fully committed and playing at the highest level. I'm like, what? You know, so yeah, it's good you learn how to ride
yeah.
in advance, and when you come in, I think from something around 35 euros to around 100 euros, you get a very good bicycle.
And they have some very expensive bikes
Yeah,
as well.
they have, yeah, but I'm talking about like,
Yeah.
you know, but 80
Commuting.
euros, 90 euros, it depends on how you should target.
Mm.
You normally buy bicycles in the winter. You get them so cheap.
Okay.
And then you store it
Yeah.
somewhere. Yeah, get a good lock, invest in good lock, lock it somewhere. Normally the students' apartments have bicycle places.
Yeah.
Yes, yeah. And then you are good to go.
Mm.
Yeah, it's good. It helps a lot.
Yeah.
Mm.
I think how about you on finances? Why do you think that the issues are what should?
I really don't have much to say about because like I spent a lot for flight.
Okay.
Yeah, because I was supposed to book earlier, but due to I wasn't so sure about some certain things, and then the visa kind of like delayed or something. So I spent a lot on the flight. So that was like that. I think like that's it. Like I didn't spend a lot on clothes. I was from India. Same thing like like Finland. They don't care about your clothes. Someone can wear like the same dress for the entire semester. So like every single day. So I really didn't spend like on clothes buying and so yeah.
But I think for finance, it's good you just stay. And I think my worry usually is when people are kind of helping you and they're expecting their returns early. I think that's why you need to let them know that actually the system is not the same. And still talking about finance, the part where when you come, everybody's expecting a bug actually send something home. When should you start and when should they start worrying you that I beg now send water home, let something drip. Because once you're here, no matter what, whether you're a student or what, people will always want to tax you. Sometimes people don't understand some of the realities here. But personally, I feel like it takes you maybe a year or two to really find your footing and be stable before you can really genuinely start helping properly.
Yeah, I think it's a bit different. And I know we all come from different backgrounds. See, there are some people probably where they come from that kind of send something home. It's at your own will.
Yeah.
But others too, maybe they've gathered all the family investment and they've sent you here. You see, when they come, but at least let them understand the reality.
Yes,
if you've come, you're not working, how can you send something home? You see the problem.
But you're taking nice pictures in your winter stuff, like nice places, nice pictures. You're holding nice phone, nice picture, nice stuff.
Let them understand they don't pay for pictures. So the thing is, but the hope is when you come, at least you find something that at least you can also help. Maybe you have a younger brother or maybe a nephew or something who's going to school, you can also support. But it all depends on the situation that you come and meet here. Because currently things have changed in Finland a little. See, previously, when you come, especially our side, let me use our side, the nursing side. Now, since 2023, when the new government came, now they are cutting down a lot of things, especially the health sector. So previously, after your first practice like this, if you are fortunate, you find something to do, at least a care home or something to do. But now, most of the nurses who are in the mainstream, they are now pushing some of them into those aspects. They're also closing some of the homes. You see, so it wasn't like before. But the hope is, but at least let them understand. If you also come and you find something doing and you think probably yes, at least you can help. Yeah. Don't to be.
Yeah, but we come from communal spaces where we give back to our society.
Exactly.
You have to take care of your other people as well. So that one is there.
So that one, I would say there's no timeline when to send money, maybe 2 years or 1 year. Even if it is 2 years, you're still finding it difficult to send, you can't send. So I think the
No, but you know,
timeline.
sometimes people don't understand that thing.
Yo, you have to
So
understand.
we have to explain it to
You have to explain. If, you know, but it also depends on the kind of person you were to. If you were someone who was, let's say, a bit stingy or
Extravagant.
yes,
Okay.
that's what they will say. Maybe you are having and you're not sending.
Mm.
But if they know, Kwesi there will be like,
Yeah.
if Kwesi has, they will bring. So let them understand this, the reality. And the thing is, don't pretend.
Because I'm asking this because, you know, most of us as Africans, we have, like, it's not just you, it's about
it's
your
about
family, the community.
Yes.
It's not just about you. And, you know, one thing also about African communities is if you are sending, it has to be heavy. If you are buying someone wants a watch, they're looking for like an Apple Watch or Samsung watch. If they are asking for a phone, they want like an iPhone 17, iPhone what watch. If they want for a sneaker, they want a Nike Air Force or something.
But the funny thing is, maybe you are using Samsung Galaxy. Is that what it is? But it all depends. If I would say if you have the means,
yeah, they have a means.
if you have the means to do, why? It's not anything. If you have the means to do, and you think, okay, let me buy this iPhone 17 for my sister, and it won't.
And I think what people also forget is like over here, some of the things you can buy on, let's say loan or lease period. Yeah. So if you're buying an iPhone or something, you could pay for like 3 good years to pay installment.
It just depends on how long you stayed here.
Yes, at least if you stay here for 3 years.
I think 2 years.
2 years.
2, 3 years.
2 years you can.
Yeah.
2 years you can.
Yeah, credit worthy.
I don't know.
So I think that's how sometimes people get it wrong. You look nice in pictures, you're taking nice stuff, but they forget that these are things you are having on credit.
You said. I wanted to chip in that point when you spoke about someone taking pictures and
that's the problem always. That's
using a certain kind of car. Someone can go buy a car here and the car costs like 5,000 euros. And then the person can pay like 4 years. If the person is credit worthy. The person can be paying something less than 200 euros per month for, you know.
But yeah, I don't know Finland. I think Finland is a bit flexible.
Yeah, flexible with the payment.
In some countries, you have to do credit check.
No, wait, I think they check.
It's automatic. The moment you log in with your bank details,
they check
automatically. The system goes through the whatever and then checks and then gives you a feedback.
Okay, because I don't know. Recently, I was being with a friend about. So I learned it's when you stay for. I don't know if it's 2 years or how credit. How ready you are in terms of your credit score or something. Because some countries you have to go through and then they check.
No, they check.
If you are working and receiving salary, I don't know. Some of them
even that they check.
Even
that they check.
Yeah, so you have to go through but I think the main thing is I think how long you stay here or something.
That's the first criteria.
That is one, but that's not the main thing. You know, if someone has stayed here for like 6 months
and you're not working,
and the person has been working, and let's say the person is contributing to paying taxes, the person can easily get it. Yes. But recently I saw this is it Reusers Bank or something? Yes, who also I think I subscribe to Giganti.
Giganti.
And then I saw every time they have offers for club members. And I saw that they were selling the iPhone 17 Pro. Is it Pro Max or Pro whatever?
Yeah, I think that's
as well. 1,005, right?
No, 1,305.
For club members.
Yes.
Okay.
And the thing is not yet out. And then we're giving it to club members around that price. And then you can still go in for the facility and pay for 3 years, 4 years, depending on when you want. And even some of the packages are charging you like 20 euros per month.
Yeah, Klarna and other stuff.
Klarna is even expensive. Those ones, you know, at the end of the 4 years, they wouldn't even add 1 cent to it. It's the same amount you pay.
Okay.
But Klarna will add something. They don't even add 1 cent. Reusers or something.
But it was in Dutch. I don't understand. The language was in Dutch.
The moment, so that's what I tried. The moment you click on that thing, it goes through the credit system quickly and then gives you a response.
And it gives you whether you qualify or not.
Yes, it gives you like an automatic response. And then I think somi.fi. That is the you know, the integrated system, the tax and everything. They'll send you a message that someone requested for information and everything. Then you can go check the information. Yes, so those things work here. So maybe you see someone with big phone like iPhone 8, like he just went abroad and
living the life. You are looking good. I think you don't have money.
So
you won't send us money. Send us money.
Yeah, because we have is it Camox? Other car companies that you can just go for. You know, all these things are there.
So the thing is, there's no timeline as to when to maybe support back home. If only you have the means. Even if you're here for 3 months, you have the means. Why not?
Yeah, but if you're a family man and you are coming here, the advice is make sure at least you have budgeted. That's one bit of the finances that we didn't talk about. maybe you have family, you have a wife, you
Yeah,
have children.
that's one thing I wanted to also look
Make
at.
sure you have budgeted for like 1 year fees for them. It should be part of your costs, aside the rent that we're talking about, and make sure that at least they are feeding. You've captured, let's say, 6 months at least for them. Exactly, you should leave those things.
That emergency fund as
Because
well.
the moment you come in and you're students and you have all these pressures, it becomes very, very daring. And very soon it gets to winter and you get depressed. And that depression is not because of winter, but because of
The
the pressure.
bills,
Yes.
yeah.
So yeah, these are things that we don't talk about, but they are real. You have to think about them.
Yeah.
That's you have to settle them. Or you can't be away for your people to struggle. That is if you're not coming in with them.
Yeah. And about this family thing, I wanted to also talk about the fact that in Finland, even as a student, you can come with your spouse and your kids.
Yes, you
and
can.
sometimes the thing is, when should they come? Coming in together with them and then they come in later. What are the pros and cons? What do you think people should really do or look out for before they take that decision? Because left to me, I feel it depends on who is coming. If it is a female coming for school and then the male coming like as a spouse, then I think that one is cool because they can come together. Then as the girl is going, the lady is going to school, the man is doing work and all those things to bring money. But if it's the male, then I feel like the male should go a bit early and settle a bit, get some work or something before the female comes. Because sometimes I feel like males, from our side, males tend to be more like vibrant, like they are more, because for female, when you may come with the kids and stuff, your focus may be first on the kids before on the bills and the monies and stuff. So that is for me, but I don't know what could be your advice for people with families, because that's an opportunity and that's a blessing. Even as a student, you can come with your wife and your spouse right from the word.
You can.
That's a good opportunity.
If you have the proof of funds,
and
you have the means, so easy.
Yes, you may. I think if, like Hans just mentioned, if you have the means, easy. Maybe you've already prepared, and you know that maybe you have 2 kids, plus the wife, 4 of you.
Unfortunately, school here is free for kids.
You are coming together at the same time, and you will be prepared financially. Because I think that's okay. You can all come together, but if it was like maybe you have got an opportunity and the finances is not all that good, it can cater for maybe one person, and you come together, the switch might be different. How you expect it might be different because you might come a year, worst case scenario, 1 year no work. But you as the one who coming for school, I think they'll give you the 3.5 years, depending on the how long your study is. And normally they give the dependents 1 year. The following you have to renew. And Finland now, if you to renew your permit, I think it's 10,000. 10,000.
The proof of funds.
The proof of funds. It's like 10,000 euros for one person. If
you have a
kid, no change. And the kids are a bit lower, maybe so
7,000, 6,000.
Yes, so the 2 kids 14,000 plus maybe your wife or your husband, which is 24,000. Without any work, and you are staying here for 1 year. Look at 3 people, 4 people, the cost involved, and 4 people. When you come, you need to get a bigger space. You are paying around 700, 800 euros for accommodation alone. So 1 year accommodation, if it is even 500, you are paying 6,000 for that one. For that's 1 year plus expenses, going out, bus card, and those things. See, those things are so. Like you said, for me, if the means is there and the 4 of you are coming together, no problem. I would say no problem. But if it's the man, I would say the man should come early, settle and know the system very well, and at least you can, even if not all, you can start bringing them one after the other, one after the other. At least that will give you a financial space to settle very well. Or if it's the woman who has gotten the school and coming with the husband as the dependent, fair enough. If the man comes, men, there are certain jobs that we can do. We can do that.
Well, that's not saying there's an equal society, equality is here, but realities is
in reality, there are certain kind of jobs that will be difficult for women to do. And like you said, if the woman,
it's not impossible, but just a bit.
If you are bringing two of your kids, maybe they are in the school going age, more focus will be on them. And then at the end of the day, it's all bring, here too. Another thing is if the income is coming from one source, it's a bit difficult. And it's not that heavy. It's a bit difficult. If the income is coming from one source, let's say only the man is working, it's a bit difficult. So family moving, that's the best. if you have wife and children coming together, that is the best.
Yeah,
At
but that
least-
makes you also sound as an
Yes,
individual.
because
you
at
won't be
least-
like, well, how's my kid doing?
Yes, you'll be
Have
thinking.
they eaten? Have they-
Yes. So, but it
Yeah.
all depends on the financial stability.
At least you'll be lonely.
Yes, and the financial and the financial status of the family.
Yeah.
You just have to plan well because, like I said, it's not Accra to Cape Coast. Okay, let me go home with Metro Max, or if you can be called your friend, oh, give me 100 Ghana, let me go to Cape Coast. Here it's a bit different.
Yeah.
And I think it's only here, any European country or you travel to. So it all boils down to the financial stability where you can have the means to relocate all of them. If not, at least you come to state the system, you know how it goes. At least if you have a source of income that can support them, you can bring them. At least that's the best. If you have family, you're all living together, at least. And Finland give that allowance, even for students, which is a very good one of them. I think we come back to those things.
I'm just thinking about this, but based on experiences with friends who moved in with their families and those who came in before their family joined them later, for me, the best advice I'll give people is that even if you have the finances, let the person who is coming in for the study or the work come in
Focus first.
Let the person come, settle, and check, are these things good for my family or not?
Won't it be like you've seen honey and milk flowing from there, you don't want us to come?
No. Sometimes the real picture is different from what people think of. Yes, something like weather. If it is 15 degrees right now, they still give you feels like.
Yeah, feels like.
So the feeling is different from the actual. So let the person come in
and feel
and
it.
then feel it. When the person feels it and feels that this is, I think this would be good for my children, or this would be good for my spouse, then they can come in.
Yeah, which is very good.
Yes,
Very
you
good.
just give yourself 1 month, 2 months, 3 months, like nothing will happen. Yes, you're a student, you have a little bit of time. Just come and study. Sometimes you can even come in, make some kind of acquaintances or friends or some connections, and if your spouse is coming, maybe by then you're fortunate enough to get a job. You can even get a job before your spouse comes in.
Then
If all of you comes and reality hits you, all of you get down. Who is going to support the other?
Very difficult.
At least when you are home, you are already stable in your home, so you can call your spouse. You know those kind of encouragements. Yeah, you know. Yeah, because I've seen people who have been hit. All of them have been hit, and they've all gone down, and it's very difficult.
Right, I think sometimes from outside, people may have done, I mean, they can maybe take the lead and go, and then they go and they forget the other people. Yes, so that also sometimes makes people feel a bit insecure that, no, see, if the door has opened and we can all go, after they're saying there's free school for the kids,
if
it's employment is different. They're going to integrate the spouse, so let's go together.
If it's employment, that's the best, but if it is school, and the person is required to pay, you know, there are certain schools that the school you have times. Someone can get a school or gets like an admission and has 0 fees, has stipend, and has those things. That is different. You can come in, everyone can come in. Like you are not under any kind of pressure. That is it. But if you are coming in and you know you have 10,000 fees to pay, 8,000, even 2,000 fees to pay, then take your time. Come settle, see things for yourself, and then let them come.
Feel it before
you. Yes, the feeling is better.
And the thing is, whilst you are still schooling, your visa is valid. In time, you want to bring the person can come.
Yeah.
So if you hear 1 year, like Hansen just said, you can come and I've come. I've studied the system. I know. Hansen has a way of helping me secure a job. Okay, then Hansen, I want to bring my spouse when she comes. Maybe you can help. Okay, then
there's one.
So now I know that when my spouse comes, something Hansen can help her get to work. Now you know you study the system. You see that one is a bit okay. But like he said, if you all come together and the reality comes, okay, you've come. There's 1 year. You are in September. They have to renew their payments.
Exactly.
You don't have the means. You need about 30,000. And you know Finland can use working contract or money to renew. You don't have working contract. You don't have money. That's where the psychological issues come. The mental health issues also come.
And those things are real.
So firstly, you have to check whether it's a work contract or just a student. Are you paying school fees? Are you not paying school fees? Are you on scholarship or stipend?
You have the means.
For children, it's very easy. If you bring them here, the school, as you said, for now.
There's no school fees. You have to feed them in the house.
For now, it is still free. But tomorrow, we don't know what will happen.
Yeah.
Because at the secondary level, very soon, immigrants are going to pay.
Everything is changing now.
Yes, so things are changing. Yes, but for now, those little ones, fine. You can try. It's good. Nadine?
Nothing. anything.
You don't bring your boyfriend.
Maybe I can find one from your channel.
Hey, everyone, Nadine is looking for you.
Yeah.
No, I'll find one
From
from
India.
Ghana for her.
Oh,
Or no, African.
no, any.
I'll get one from Ghana for you.
Okay.
Okay, but as we move on from this part, like, is there one thing you wish you had done? Is there one thing you wish you would have packed or done differently in your moving to Finland? One thing I silly did was, okay, when I was coming, so I like to give gifts. So I brought some gift items. I think some were thoughtful, some were white, some of them were very things like that. Because I brought some, how do you call it? The key holders, African handy stuff. What I forgot was my chocolates, because Ghanaian chocolates are, yes,
sure.
I think you can bring chocolates
sure.
or those handy stuff.
I should try to be
And
more.
maybe some fans and stuff was nice. So summertime people can just use and stuff. But I think one of the silly things I brought was books. Books and pens. I came to Finland and realized there's just so much of it. Like it's just it's a bad idea.
You see embroidered the SI board.
Not usually embroidered. It was African print kind of books and those things. So I think if I'm ever bringing gift items and stuff, books, pens, no, we have enough stationery here.
Yeah.
That's one thing I think it was not worth it bringing. Nadine, what do you bring that you think wasn't worth bringing?
I think the clothes part, because India was hot, so I just brought like so much of light.
You came for the summer.
Yeah, so and then I came and I realized like, oh, it's not safe. So I think like some clothes, yeah, I brought like some clothes that are not useful at all.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think this same with me, as I said.
Official.
Yeah, yeah, that's what you're thinking of.
Yeah.
So
like what was that thing you got to think?
Do I even remember?
You brought saucepan.
No. Yeah, I don't bring saucepan.
But I brought my baby that. It's been helpful. Like I renew my bamboo with it. That was really helpful.
I didn't bring that one, but it was when a friend was coming, Louisa was coming then.
We didn't bring a sanga.
Yeah.
Then you can do your pepe,
Was this night she brought
so everywhere those are expensive to buy here.
Yeah, she brought those stuff. She came from Ghana, so she brought those stuff. Very good person.
Yeah, that's good. But let's go back to the academic life here. Yes, we mentioned earlier that the teaching style is different. The group work, professors, how they work and things is different. What has been, I don't know what's put like a cultural shock of the learning experience here since you came? What has been like the cultural shock for that? Like for me when I came, I think one of the things that shocked me was even when I reached out to my supervisor, my professor, like, you know, how they responded to the mail. You don't get that.
Morning.
It was quick. And it was like, it felt different.
Yeah.
And then when I came in, I realized that when we are doing like work as a student, the priority of your professor or your teacher is you. Everything is you, your career and stuff. It's not about what they are gaining from it. But it's like they see you shine. When you shine, they shine. It's like a legacy something. So whenever you mention yourself, they're like, who's your supervisor? Then it's like, okay, this one room did this. It becomes a legendary something. So for me, that was another shock for me. And another shock I had was the fact that in school, there is no professor, doctor, Mr. whatever. First names, full names. So it felt a bit hard learning to drop the professor something because we are used to professor so and so, doctor so and so, Mr. so and so. So I think that took a bit of time. And the fact that over here you can have lunch and things with your dean and everybody in the same canteen, you can sit together.
And there's not like any protocol.
There's no protocol. It doesn't mean you don't respect you give the respect and accordance, but it is not like in words or like distance. It feels a bit odd. Like when I came, we had our first
go for lunch.
Exactly. Like our first meeting, and then we did it over lunch. It felt a bit odd, like sitting with them.
And then seeing them like go to a student canteen, like, what are you doing here?
And there's something like a student canteen. There's a canteen for the university. It's a canteen for the university. Everybody comes in, eats and goes.
They don't have special caterers to serve them. They come, they walk to the place to pick their food, and you even see everything they have picked.
Exactly.
Out,
Exactly. And then you go to class and then you realize that, well, how everybody dressed like, what's the same?
The same.
It's smart casual, there's that kind of something there.
And that brings that kind of student teacher.
It makes it easy
bond
to approach
relationship.
them.
Very
It makes
easy
it
to
very
approach
easy to
them.
approach
Yes.
them.
God, you just sent message to your supervisor. Hello.
Emails work a lot here.
Hi, just add the name.
Yeah.
Hi, just add the name. It's not like, and here to send email, just go straight to the point.
Yes.
So you know one thing about
No good morning, no thing. You just go straight.
Hi.
Yeah.
So, hi Felicia. I want the please can you help me with this?
So simple.
Kind regards.
And then you don't even know the difference between a professor and a
No. There's no rank
because
titles. You don't see.
it doesn't really matter, you know. It doesn't.
Unless maybe there's a letter they've written that they just write maybe
The position.
The
I think that position one is for external something
external
outside
distinction.
Finland.
Yes.
Yeah.
Or
So it feels a bit odd when people give you titles.
or unless when they send you an email that you see, this email signature that you see the name and everything.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you see it. Yeah.
You don't see anything. So I think the teaching and learning here, like you said in the previous one, was like
It's practical oriented. It's for life.
a lot of practicality. Yes, a lot of practicality, and especially when you go to their master's level and everything, it's just like you are going to produce the knowledge. It's not like copy paste and or chew up or anything.
I think that's
It's
one
like-
thing. Like when
yes.
you're outside, it looks like in Europe, the learning doesn't look
No.
much. But when you come in, you realize that
Yes.
it's not looking plenty, but
It-
the
it-
workload on the students is a
Yeah.
lot.
Even if you've written at a master's level like this in Europe, if you write a 10 paper or assignment, they just the professor himself is marking. It's not like our side where a TA will be sometimes a TA will be marking. No, the professor himself will sit down. Sometimes they might even have
Sometimes the students are
sometimes they even have external supervisors. Sometimes they have external supervisors.
So the class sizes
yes.
here are also smaller than in our
Yes.
side.
Yeah.
So the attention
Of
is
course, yes. And sometimes they even have external supervisors who also review their marking that they've done. So you know that here you need to put much effort in what you're doing. A lot of practicality when it comes to these like those professional ones like teaching, nursing, and other things in Europe, especially. Let's use the Finland examples. When you go for practice like this as a nurse, everything that you've taught in school, you are going to put that in practice, and they have every equipment that you need. So you need to practice everything that you've done. It's not like you've already learned the theory, no. So the only difference I think between them and us is sometimes our side you just learn the theoretical aspect.
I think it's because we don't have the resources.
Yes.
Because if you look at the classroom, I think we did a video on some of the classes and the places.
Yeah.
You realize that the resources is different. And then the classrooms, when I entered some of the classrooms, I was like, this is a classroom for teaching. The resources is something. The infrastructure is something. The class sizes are something.
Yeah. The other time when we went to our school, Novia, they've closed most of our nursing workshop rooms in the school. It's like a hospital in itself when they open for you. Where we have this classroom that I always admire, where we have our surgical clinical training in school. It's like a hospital setting on its own. Everything in the hospital is there. So if you have that kind of experience in school and you go for the theater practice itself, you see, the only thing is this time they're using a real, they're operating on a real human being. You've done everything already in school. So the only difference is the practical aspect that you experience whilst you are learning here. I think that's when it comes to teaching and learning, I think it's not so much from that of Africa. I mean, for me, I would say it's not that so much different from what I was taught in UCC. It's when it comes to the teaching and learning, it's the same thing. But the only difference is the practical aspect that you experience because of how they have the resources and the means to let you do those things. Yeah.
So just one yesterday online, you are more into the teaching stuff.
Education. So like everything is like a model. The whole school set up and everything. For instance, when you go to where the lecturers are, we have like a floor, 2 floors where we have our lecturers. When you go to that side, everyone has opened their door halfway.
Yeah, wait, we have the same thing.
And the moment you are passing, maybe except the person is like seriously into
in a
something,
meeting or something.
But they just look at you whether you are going to say hello to them or something. It's with a smile, whether you know the person or not, like with a smile. Yeah. And also my supervisor, I play futsal with him. Yeah, I play
Yeah.
futsal. It's more than 50 years. And when I see him play, I'm like, no way. Then I go to the gym with him. I see him running on the treadmill. I'm like, no, I can't try to do this. I might die, you know. Yeah, so it's like they have that kind of open arms, like where everywhere, anywhere, you are always welcome.
I think we also did some end of semester, end of academic year. We went to the Rasa Park. It was nice.
Yeah.
We were all playing games, shooting Nerf and all those things. It was nice. All the time we just had lunch and dinner and things together. That was also nice.
Yeah, and then we have the study coordinators who are so welcoming. Like anytime, anything you have.
I think that's one thing that showed me when I came here. Like I was asking my Finnish friends, like, wait, like you guys do customer service, like everybody learned it or something, because it feels too good. Like I don't know.
It's a culture.
It's culture.
It's embedded in them. And one thing that I think we are lacking in our parties, that kind of, we are prioritizing
money over people.
Science and math quiz is good.
Oh my gosh.
Science and math quiz is good, but one thing that we are failing to do is sense of what should I say? Making people have a feel of nationalism, patriotism, and those things. Feeling for the other one, because it's our part of that. It's like we don't value. Patriotism is going down. We're all placing emphasis on science and math quiz. What about what's the name of the NCC doing about patriotism and those things? Now people are not patriotic anymore. Look at what's happening in our society. people care about what they will gain at the expense of the other. But here it's not like that.
Yeah.
They prioritize like that. Yes, because even if you go to the shop, see how yes, but in our side of the world, if you go to, it's like the person is doing you an honor for selling something for you. Something to you is a favor. You see, but here it's not like that. So our part of I think here it's embedded in them from their infancy. If you see the students, always take them around when they are going to take them around school to watch. They are watching the environment.
And when they go to school, one thing I like about them is the kids. They walk out. They do the
yes, every day they just take them around the environment.
The kids they'll be holding their rope and then they walk. You not see them.
Yes. Or sometimes they hold their hands.
Yeah, they hold their hands together.
That kind of bonding.
Intentionality with
but
education.
our part, so sometimes you see them during the summertime, you see them walking them around the environment. They are surveying the environment. When they grow, they know that here, I don't have to drop refuse here. Even here, nobody threw refuse, but I'm in disguise. By our part of the you go and see a dustbin empty, but around it, full of rubbish around it. What do you have? So the only thing is how we train ourselves from the beginning.
I agree with you on that. That knowledge is not just about displaying what you know, but it is displaying what you can use that knowledge to do.
Yeah.
And I was telling a friend that over the summer, I met this guy. How old are you? I'm 15 years. And this guy is building something like a motorcycle for himself. And I asked him, wait, what are you doing? And he told me that, he's like a high school student. And he's been learning one or two things, listening to his friend. Like his friend is in a vocational school. And the friend can do virtually everything. That guy is 16 years old. And I was so amazed. I'm like, okay, my car has the problem. What do you think we can do? Okay, then they'll start. Then they'll tell you everything about the problem you have and what you have to do. Like if you want to do it, they have tools here, they have the workshop, you can go there to do it. They feel that at this age you should be able to do everything because
they train them. I think they teach them that.
Surprising.
Because the plumbing and all those things, they learn those handy stuff.
And someone knows about dilution of hydrochloric acid with whatever acid, producing whatever, and giving some equations and using it for show, knowledge as show. And people are actually rooted. It's not a bad thing. I didn't go to a bad school, and I like it so much. But one thing we should know about this place, especially where we are, is don't be like knowledge at the knowing stage is nothing to them.
No.
About how practical
you do it. Sure.
Because I've taught in their classrooms
that
everything is about practical, like they know how to do something. Think about it.
Because knowledge is the basic level of the Bloom's taxonomy.
Yeah.
The highest level is how to apply it. Application is
and they are there. And we are still at the what stage? To the extent that like a whole nation is fighting over something.
Well,
We'll
I'm
get
saying-
there. We'll
Yeah,
get there.
it's
Yeah,
fine.
that's serious.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's one thing we should know here. But everything is so that's what he was talking about. Like
Well, the
my
working,
my
the
education.
school credit hours, the learning.
Yes, you work for it. Sometimes you write that maybe you need to work something like 60 hours.
I think one ECT is like about 21 hours of work.
And I'm telling you, that 24 hours, you might do more than that. Yes. You might go more. That's the average they are giving you. It's an average.
Yeah.
It's never the ultimate.
Yeah, and that's if you want to get grade 5, you have to put more effort.
Yes. And then another thing is if you work and maybe you got a grade 3 and you feel you don't want it, they give 3 chances.
Yeah,
so you can get another chance
can write again.
to write again.
Work it again.
Yeah, so fine. Even though it is more practical, they want you to always think and then go beyond what you feel or what you could achieve. So they
And about that thing,
room.
I think one thing that shocked me, when I started doing my coursework here is, like I did my coursework, I submitted, the grading came, and then it came with a grading report.
Yeah.
What I didn't do well in it, what I should check in my work. I was so amazed.
Yeah.
That was very helpful for me.
Yeah.
Updating, like that's something I'd never seen where I think we have numbers.
Yeah, the report is down there. The grade is up there, the report is here.
Yeah, that was a full paper, like report on like, and I was like,
I think it's at the masters and the PhD level, right?
yeah.
Mm.
Yeah,
I don't
I think
know.
that was a shock for me. But I think it's because the numbers here are also a bit more
Yeah,
manageable.
the numbers, yeah. Our lecturers are not doing bad.
Yeah.
Most of them schooled outside.
Yeah,
so they know the system, but it's not
The
easy
resources.
to have
Yeah.
a classroom. There's
Because
a teaching one course with about
600
500, 600 students.
You can't do
Yeah,
And
you
you are the only one to access them.
Yeah.
You can't do that for all students.
If they also had the limited numbers, like
They can do,
they
not that
could
they
have
do, but
to a certain extent.
the means and the resources.
But what monitoring?
Yeah.
It's very difficult because one lecturer teaching 500, 600 students in a course. UCC, one lecturer, the lecturer will try to give everyone a report on your grade.
No, it's never possible.
Yeah, they are doing their best. They know they are doing their best, but just that the resources and the means to do that one.
But you think about you working for it.
You will.
Yeah,
You sweat. You know that you have worked.
How does it feel like?
Oh yes, you know, you feel like sometimes you don't even know where to start from and where to end. Yeah, but one strategy I think later on in the course of the program I adapted was everything I'm assigned to. I read the instructions and create something like a plan, a structure.
Time management.
Yes, the moment you create the structure,
Do something
maybe
every
I
time.
have to write this here, I have to write this. You can take your time, be writing something small for all. By the time you notice, you are done. But when I came in, I was doing all like at once. The moment I sit, I want to start. I'm like, no, it doesn't work. Yes, you work, you research, you look for things from here to there. Yeah. And if you do it as they require you to, at the end of the day, you notice that you've been built up for something greater. Yeah.
And I think over here it's hard to cut corners. If you cut corners, you won't get good grades. Because even though it's 1 to 5, where they don't like fail or something, but you want to get a good grade as well.
But one other thing we should know is one is good here.
Yeah, one is good.
One is the
One is good. One is good, but then
because of where we come from.
where we come from.
Someone got 2 like me, a whole me 2. Like, do you know what 2 means? and we did this.
I got a 3 and I was so down. I remember I was like, no.
What 3?
But then I think it's okay when you come in fresh too. One thing I also noticed is when you come in fresh, like how we think, how we reason, how we write is different.
It's different.
Because in the Finnish language, even how they talk, the language itself is so direct.
Yeah.
But we go circumventing, explaining a lot of things which are not necessary.
Yeah.
It's hard for us to focus on the main thing, which is not our fault. But I think those are things you tend to now have to learn. You need to learn to do a lot of things.
Yeah.
So I think that one is true.
Mm-hmm.
It's very demanding there.
Yeah, because this lady was so surprised that we've done crafts, educational crafts. We thought, oh, craft is normal. Until we started and we noticed that like craft is different.
The craft was not
Craft with purpose. Craft that you come to a class, we have some discussion, and then you are supposed to do something related to the idea or the theme. And someone will get 2 and then you're like, how? And then some went to the lecturer and she was like 2, like to get 2 here is not easy, it's good. Like she was getting 2 during her time. Not like she was getting and she's giving. But she's surprised that people are complaining.
Yeah. It's because of where we come from, where even if you get 90 over 100%, your mom or your dad is going to beat you up.
Yeah.
They want you to always be 100 over 100, like perfect score.
definition.
Yeah.
I forgot about those
A and all
things.
those things.
I remember I delayed my Swedish exam because my mates were going to write and I told them I'm not prepared. I don't want to get two or anything. And I told a Finnish, like Swedish speaking a friend of mine, and the person was so surprised. What? Like you don't want to get because you don't get two? But she said she has never seen anyone worried about one or two.
Yeah, because the most
One is
important thing
good.
is the
One
learning
is
for
good
them.
for them. One is good.
Yeah.
It's good for them. Yeah.
But you have it like in the
It's not like it's
engineering part.
Yeah. But it's according to them from 1 to 5 you've passed. You didn't get 0.
You didn't get failed.
Yes. So 1 is good. Yeah. But
That's
I'm
like
not saying you
something
should
new.
aspire to get
I've not gotten any grade yet. So
Very soon.
Yeah. But I think for me, the advice I tell people who have come after me is that in your first grade you get, it's a learning curve. You just let you know where you stand now. You have to see what did I not do right, and then you re-strategize. Because like I said, our learning things are different. How we answer things, and like you said, reading instructions matters.
Really.
Because sometimes from our side we are in a rush to get the work done.
Yes.
But over here, one person also learned. I totally agree on that one. I now, whenever I'm doing work or something, I read the guidelines and I play according to the guidelines first.
The structure is even in the instructions.
Exactly.
The structure is already there.
Exactly.
So when you
they always give you a very good rubric.
A
very good
straight to
rubric.
the point, and you are good to go.
Yeah.
And you just have to follow that. And please, we know that in Africa we prioritize knowledge as something like pride, and it's good, but don't pressurize yourself thinking that maybe I was always first in my class in Africa and I came here. No, it doesn't really matter.
It's the effort.
Yes, like I was so surprised when I experienced the graduation of my seniors, like those who've completed last year. Sorry, this year. This year. And I didn't see this person had a distinction and this one was the best student. And I went, no, everyone just came, just passed.
Yeah.
What are you going to do after school?
And the reality is, no one will ever notice anything you did in the school. No one is going to say that this guy got three, only 4. No, this is the best. Nothing like that. So don't stress yourself. Just think about what you can do, relax, and then flow with the system. As simple as that. You know? Yeah.
But I mean, how has school life been?
I think I should talk about the part of distinction because also like in Asia they also have that thing. Because I think
every populous country has that competitive
when I was graduating, I was thinking like they're going to say, oh, first class, second class. Okay, they didn't say it. Then I was expecting, okay, maybe on my degree there should be something, and then on the degree it was blank, and I'm like, oh, my efforts.
So those things don't really matter.
Oh, my effort to get a normal degree. So I think like it does not really matter. They just want to know, okay, what can you do with what we've given?
Yes, that's the reality. Yes, what can you do with what you've been given?
Yeah.
Yes, how can you apply this knowledge? So application is very important to them here. Yeah.
Okay. Now let's move outside the classroom and let's go for some social and culture issues.
Good.
Yes. How has your social life been? Making friends, joining club, interacting with Finns and non-Finns?
Can I go first?
You can go first.
Well, let me just say this. Abba has been of so much help. Half of the people I know, it's because of Abba.
Well, I'm a bit extroverted and I make friends easy.
Yeah, so apart from like school friends, apart from school, every other person that I think I've known outside is because of Abba. First, because like I went to church. Okay, I'm someone who is a bit reserved. Sometimes I don't know. It's just like such a battery drain. But when I went to church, there was like a particular Sunday, and then Abba was like, "You need to talk to people." And then I think so. That experience, she like pushed me to be like, "Oh, you have to talk to people. That's the way here in Finland. You can't be like, I'm a loner."
You because the weather and things, if you don't take care, you'll be lonely and alone, which is serious. Like social support matters a lot.
It really does.
Yeah. So that part, I think like making friends, it's been cool. And then everyone like they don't care like, oh, you're black, you're this, you have like this. Let's just be friends. I haven't made any Finnish friends yet, maybe because on my program there are not much of Finns there, so I haven't made anyone yet. But apart from that,
and because you also don't socialize a bit into those spaces, because there's some places you meet them, there's some places
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, I think like some of my friends like have some they met like at the club
At the
and so on. So
club.
yeah, so
Yeah.
yeah, that's like another thing. And then there are like different communities. I realized like, oh, if you come like you're from Ghana, there's like a supportive system for people from Ghana. And then I'm from Cameroon, and I realized like, oh, there's a community. They go like every morning. So, and then also something that shocked me a lot. Here in Finland, you could just call someone who has a car like, hi,
I need a ride. I'm stuck in
I need a
town.
ride. I'm stuck here. I've never, that's like a big supportive system. I didn't think like I would find it anywhere where you just call someone like, can you come? And they're like, okay, yeah, I'm free, I'm coming.
I need a ride. It's like
We help each other out, like other things.
Yeah, I think like community here in Finland is really big. It's so, and then everyone is just like, oh, you can just call me by my name. It's not much of a big deal. Just so yeah, I think that's for me it was easier to integrate.
I think people sometimes, well, there are good people, there are bad people as well. But I think it depends on you and how you work with people. You have to be a good person yourself, and be able to also like work with people well. And you need to also understand that not everyone is like you. That's another something.
Very different.
They are different people. But how has been integration like for you as a male? Because we know for females it's different. For a female, if I smile and someone will smile back at me, we become friends or something. But for a male, it's different. How has it been like for you?
For me, I love
social circle.
I love to do a lot of sports.
Okay, well, yes, you do also sports.
So I think when I came in and during orientation, the main thing one thing I was so eager to hear about was the sports services for the university. So I heard about it, and I heard the money you have to pay to become a member. And around that time, I remember I didn't have enough money for myself, but I still had to pay. I said I will use my last dime to pay for this, and I paid. And I started. Went for swimming lessons, met a lot of people, both male, female. You know, we bonded. Like every day we are swimming together. There's that bond with the instructors. I went for futsal, the same thing. Met a lot of people. Yes, and then I also went for climbing, which I had never done. I didn't make anything block me or restrict me from doing new things. I said, okay, fine. I don't know how long I'm going to stay here. Let me do what the things do. Then I just went in and then also started playing something called inner band, floorball. I'm like, hey, what is it? I
remember your leg or something.
Yes, and I'm still playing. And remember, I was still playing during those times. Yes.
Oh my God, you also get into other sports.
Yes, and I got so much into them, and I started playing for teams, and and so now a lot of people, because of that, my cycle is so huge or large. Yes, and then I think fast forward, I was appointed as the sports leader for floorball itself, which I didn't know how to play, and also the volleyball, and I also got a chance to help with something like ice swimming. That's winter bath. And other sports like kayaking and all those, like so many things. Especially if you are in Vansa, one of the best sporting clubs to join is Obo Academy Sports, which people don't know about.
I think University of Vansa also have the sports club.
Yeah, it's in connection with Obo. They do so many things together.
I think it's like 40 euros per semester or so.
Yes, ours should be like around, and then you have the chance to go to the gym as well. Yes, and so there are so many things for you to do. So people say they are depressed. I'm like, oh really? You have time
I think when you get depressed, it's about social circles. You don't have a social circle, you get depressed.
I got so much overdose with the social things that I started wondering the space that people allow for that kind of loneliness to set in. It was too much for me. It was too intense. Like every time I have to.
You got also a little bit extroverted. You know, people are very more introverted and quiet and trying to make a friend.
Some of our mates, yes, some of our mates, like my mates in school, during the like December when winter really started. Winter actually starts from 22nd, 23rd December. That's the starting time of winter.
Proper winter.
Yeah, that is winter, according to the geographic orientation. Yes. And then they started getting depressed. And we saw some of them and they looked like, I'm like, what is happening to you? Come play with us. And then they came 1, 2, 3, and you're like, oh, so this is what you're experiencing. Like now you meet new people, competition, like we having fun, people laughing, like so much fun just for like 1 hour, 30 minutes, 2 hours, and then you are so much relieved for the whole week, and you are good to go. Yes. So anytime I think of leaving Ivasa,
you made a spot.
Yes, I miss. Yeah. Over this summer, I was walking all over like different parts of Finland, and I missed that bits. But see different. Sometimes you are not really well, but you have to go. You can go sit and watch, see how people are having fun and all those things. So one thing you should know is that our people over here, I'm talking about the Finns, they really love sports, and if you really want to connect with them in a positive way, in a very social and calm way, one of the best places is through sports. You can just be going for running. You meet people you can go for running with them. Oh, can I join you? You can do that. And it's so allowed. They are so happy for you to, yes. Yeah, so sports.
Just as Africans, sometimes we are not too much on our exercise.
I'm telling you. So they were surprised to see me, especially something like floorball, seeing what is happening here, swimming. And everyone is looking like, what is this guy like? What is happening here? I don't care. I'm just having my own.
But just put yourself out there.
Just do that. If you want to stay inside, yes, we have.
And I think that's also good for your mental and physical health as well.
Yeah. They're so good, so good. Like what Nadine said, you need a ride. You have people. I have groups. Like, hey, I need a ride. I want to go. Oh, talk to this guy. Yeah, you talk to the guy. Someone can help. Sometimes you are like, hey, Hansen, are you are you in school now? I'm like, yes. Okay, let's go for lunch. Let's go for this. Like, they always want to invite you. So those things are out there.
But how was yours?
Me.
You can count your friends. I can say this are my family members in Basa.
I'm not that. No, I'm very open, but no.
Yeah, but what the
Yeah.
snail, he moves into shell. How do you make your friends?
But okay, I have. So I call, but like Hansen said, I don't let those things get over me, like those depression stuff. At least if you are bored or something, at least you have someone you can call and talk to. My good friend. Yeah, of course. Because if there were
I'm a quiet girl.
There were times that probably maybe
I'm shy and quiet.
Yeah,
you're spoiling me in front of my people.
Oh, she knows. But there are times that probably one or two things you might be wondering. At least you find someone, talk to someone. You find someone.
I am shy and quiet girl.
She has brought out the talkative in me.
Okay, I'm that kind of quiet and introvert type. So, and I like Nadine said, here if you want to make friends, maybe through the clubbing or something.
Or in class or social.
Yes. So aside probably my classmates and other Ghanaians and maybe church, at least some people I talk to, and also at least have some friends that I talk to. But to the previously, I think some time back, I'm sitting and wondering, but hey, now I just sat down and said, no, there's nothing you can do about those things. Yeah, and through. Yeah, I used to talk to Abba a lot about things and so like, hey, those things you can't change them. So the only thing is you have to change and get over those things. And those things, if they might come your way, if at least. So the only thing is there are certain things you can't do anything about it. So the only thing you can do is just focus on what you can do. There are things you can't do anything about it. Because here it's very, very easy to be depressed, especially getting to this winter time like.
And it's because when you're more alone,
4 o'clock, especially those of us staying alone, like I'm saying, like you don't have a roommate, you don't have a housemate, you stay alone. 4 o'clock is dark already. You are in the room. If you don't have like work that you are going work at that time, going work, you are just in the room. So those things you don't need to be thinking about certain things that you can't change. It's good to think, but hey, don't worry yourself.
Think what will bring money.
Yes. Don't overburden your mind and everything. So those things because. You can easily be depressed. These things. It can just ruin your life
forever. There's one thing called post-humanism, and post-humanism looks at things beyond human influence to things in the realms of the environment. Environmental changes actually have direct impact on human life, and it affects your mood and everything. So the moment the weather changed to a lousy or a dull one, you automatically react to that. Yes, unknowingly. Yes, that
So
is
it
one thing.
makes
So
sense when
people,
you wake
people
up in the
think
morning,
that
you feel moody, like,
yes,
still that.
yes. So you remember when we were in Africa, anytime the weather is a bit
Cold.
dull or cold,
Rainy.
you're like, we don't want to go in, I want to sleep.
You call
Today
it.
I feel yes, and that is what is
Korean
happening
TV
here.
day.
Yes, and that is what is happening here that people don't understand.
It's
So ask yourself, these guys have virtually everything supporting them. Last time Ike was talking, he made mention of the fact that if you look at the countries with the highest rate of depression, which I have friends with female and male who have these tablets, whatever, have morning, afternoon, evening, taking depression medicine. And I know a lot of them.
Most of them.
And it's not like because they are not good people or because they are not. See, their very nature is directly related to what is in their environment. You see them to be cold. The environment is cold. You're expecting the person to be warm. It's not possible. And it's not like they are cold in a negative way, but they are cold because they know their circles and then they behave just like the many lakes in the country. The lakes are usually isolated. Yes, in certain places. Yes, and if you go far away from this place, you notice that is how their communities have been set up. So yeah, if you want to get into their circles, you have to go. You don't have to wait for them to come. They won't. For that one, forget. You have to go to them. Go. And then you'll be surprised. They are very open people.
Finnish people are very nice. And I think it's not just for Finnish people. I think for me, it's been easy because, well, when I come to Finland, I'm a people person. And I think my integration was also because of my godfather. Because I mentioned that I had an accommodation issue because I met Mr. Banks, and then Mr. Banks, he linked me with Tim. So Tim picked me from the airport, and Tim is a very social person too. So I could ask about things. Then I got to know Chris. Chris was also doing his PhD there, so that kind of helped me in school related stuff. Then I met Ike on Facebook. Then he was also helping me like social integration and all those things. And then when I came here to my sister's friend, I've forgotten his name right now. He with me, yes, but he is Same is in Olu, so he was like he linked me up with the church, and then Elder Stanley picked me to church. Then at church, I got to meet people. Just that typical me, I take time to warm up to people. That's one thing people don't know. I can easily make friends, but I take time to warm up to people. So I like to study people a little bit before. I don't like to I'm a share or something like that. So I think the church circle too was there. But one thing I also coming in, I also got to know was most of the elderly people or those who have been here for long, they would always advise you that be careful of the circle of friends you have. So it's good to have friends, but you need to be very careful, especially if it's within the African community or your community. So you have to make friends because you need help and it's not your space. So that matters, but you need to be sure that the people also adding value to your life. They're also adding value to their life. It's like give and take something. And I think like those kind of held me a bit like integrating into the system, because if you don't get good people to also fall onto, it becomes hard. Because it was true then that later I met Ben, I met Soa, and then like the list went on. And I think it was even at church we met. I met Hansen at first day I went to church. The first time I went to church was when I met Hansen. Then we became friends because he was Ghanaian, I was also Ghanaian. Then we're just like
we both like warring people.
We close from church. I was like, we got see you before. We were just walking and worrying people. Those kind of
that's
things.
one interesting thing about it. You have to worry people. So this Sunday I have to come and worry you guys.
So that was like how it kind of did. But I think the reality is about that balance. Because I think we all go through things. When I was coming here, I think one advice my mom gave me, it felt a bit of a pinch initially because she was like, outside can be a bit lonely, don't stay alone. And that's why I always have roommates. She was like, don't stay alone, because sometimes even being in a room or a house with someone, and you can say, hello, how you doing, and being like, it helps your mental health.
That the person is around.
Exactly.
Yeah, even the presence of the person around it.
Because if you're not with the family here, like I'm here alone with a PhD something.
It's very boring.
So if not, then my life will be just me alone. But at least once we are sharing the apartment, whenever you come in, you see someone. It kind of helps you like mentally. Even just a good morning, good evening, I'm going to bed or something. it kind of also kind of help you in. But I feel like the main thing is don't be predatory. Like when people show up for people, they will also show up for you. Be a good person. Someone will also be good to you. And sometimes people help me integrate. So it's easy for me to also kind of help people to integrate. So sometimes people get a bit of self, but remember that someone did it for you. If someone didn't even do for you, it still doesn't stop you from helping.
You can start. You can be a starter.
You can be the starter. So I think that one matters. But social really matters. Else you really feel alone and lonely. People always ask me that, do you ever feel lonely or alone? Because I don't have any fun. I didn't know anybody in Finland when I was coming. Not a single person in Finland. So that has helped. And even at the workplace, like sometimes coffee time, don't isolate yourself that, oh me, I don't like coffee. My office people, they all know it's just cocoa. Whenever I go, I drink my cocoa like 5 cups or 6 cups. Because they like coffee.
Yeah, they take coffee.
I don't like coffee. I don't even drink coffee. If I'm drinking coffee, unless I add sugar and milk, which is not healthy.
I still join them.
So I'll still join. So I think you have to also show up in the social circles. Don't feel like, I don't want to do this. I don't want to do this. How do you integrate? You have to show up in there. Like it matters. And I think, like I was saying, be of value and also receive value. So sometimes the little things you do in the office, someone needs help. Oh, they should find their own way or something. It doesn't work. Like someone needs help and you can do it. Help the person. When you also need that help, it comes in there. And I think for me that has helped me. Even in our research group, like my girls, like Sadia Yawen, Aya and Co. We go for girls' ride. Sometimes you go together, reploid, you go somewhere, see places. And it helps you feel sound because the PhD thing sometimes is demanding. Like sometimes you are just thrown off, you lose balance in there. But the fact that you have a community when you go to work, it makes going to work fun. Because you know that you can work, but there are people there to support you. When you come home, you know there's like someone to talk to, or it makes it fun. When you go to church on Sunday or to the mosque on Friday, like those social things, I feel like it really helps you like mentally. Else your life will be just work, and it gets frustrating. And I feel like Ike was saying that sometimes when you get overwhelmed, talk to someone. So I think you should get that one person who at least one person you can talk to. You can
talk to discuss your issues with.
Yes. As Africans, we are trained a bit sometimes not to be vulnerable and keep things in. But sometimes when you keep things in,
it will kill you.
Yeah. And I think one thing I've also learned here is sometimes when I get overwhelmed, I walk into nature. I'll do 1 hour walk, just walking around, seeing nature, breathing. Like if I can't do maybe prayer walk or something, but I feel that has helped me.
Yeah, at least if sanity. Not anyone you can talk to, at least that one person you can discuss your issues with.
Yeah, and I think it's good to have someone here and someone back home.
Yeah, you can discuss your issues with.
Because back home sometimes it's about the timing and stuff. Because sometimes in the night I call my best friend or my mom or my dad or my siblings, that kind of thing. At least for me, fortunately, my sister's like in Germany or something. But sometimes the time difference and stuff. And some of the things are like Finland based. So even if I'm complaining to them, they won't understand what's happening. They won't understand. Yeah, they won't understand what's happening.
So at least you get someone can discuss your issues with. At least that one person, you know,
that one person who will give you encouragement, not someone who add to your kind of
and one person that you discuss issues with, and the next day you see you on the street.
That's why I think I has two terminologies, good and bad. Yeah, a good person or a bad person. But I feel like you also have to be intentional. Be a good person, and then if the person is not bad, you advise yourself. But I think
of course,
that really matters. Like,
at least you know you have the one person that you can at least discuss your issues with, which is very good because there are certain things if you don't discuss with anyone, it can kill you.
You may not get a solution for it, but
yes, there's no solution. But you talk to the person can give you an idea.
If not, you also book for therapists and I really don't. I don't know why. Have you ever tried that?
Therapist. No, I have therapists like you. If I no. You see, one thing is I think recently someone.
Well, when you get therapists here, you can book.
I know. But
I think in our culture,
even school,
it's all madness.
Someone was conducting this and was asking whether you know about social support and all those emotional
School,
academic support. The only thing I care about is my academic support.
You have that one in school.
And I was telling the person that I wouldn't need social, that kind of
Yeah.
Why? Because I've built a community.
Yes, true.
And I know when to turn to everyone.
Yes, it's true.
If I'm not feeling okay in a certain, I know quickly.
And
then I know who I have to
switch.
call.
Yeah.
Yes. And I have something called distractive activities. I have to do something to distract.
I will cook or clean.
Yes. Yes.
I will cook or clean.
Exactly. And then that's one thing I like to
do.
When I start feeling down, you'll be surprised.
I will cook
I'll cook without knowing what I'm cooking.
I'll cook or clean.
And then, and I tell my friend, they're like, how did you cook? I said, I don't know. You cook this or you prepare this. He said, you don't know. It tastes good. I said, I don't remember what I did. I was doing because I wanted to do. I just see this spice. I just pick this. I pick this. Combine something. Create something new. I pictured this thing called Gary Jollof. And you know how I pictured that? To the extent I had to go cook for like a whole church. That they invited me. They said they've heard about it.
Gary Jollof.
Yeah, they know.
Maybe you have to do it for the channel.
I have to. When I have pulao and pulao jollof that I have to come prepare for the channel pulao. I have to combine Nepali and Ghanaian and other. And then that was one of the best jollofs. My fellow Nigerian friends said.
Yeah, they agreed to it.
No, because it was like.
It's neither Nigerian or Ghana jollof.
Yes.
That one.
It was a neutral one, so I think we all adapt to it.
Okay.
Yeah. And so it's good.
Yeah. But I think one thing about, do you have any Finnish friends? Local friends?
Finnish local friends.
Or like international friends, apart from Ghanaian friends?
I mean, the Nigerians in my class.
Okay.
You're talking about like Finnish or Swedish friends?
Finnish and international friends.
Oh, I have some Nigerian friends, of course.
Okay.
Yeah.
Those are still same zone. Those are like your brothers.
Yeah, my brothers. But for Finnish, maybe not friends but at least
Acquaintance.
Yeah, there's some people I know. Yeah.
But so what you do as a sport, so you should have.
Yeah, I have people from diverse. Like I have people that are like people from. As for Nigerians, I have two Nigerians that I can say like they are like family. So when I was coming here, everywhere I'm going, you see one of them there. So they are always there. And I have people from Mexico, people from Sri Lanka, people from Pakistan, people from Nepal, people from a lot of places, different places.
I think with the integration with friends and stuff, I think it's about first and foremost where you are showing up.
That's
the where you're showing up matters, and how often you show up and how real you show up. Because I realize one thing is for most of the internationals, like if you go in. As Africans, once we see you're black, we'll smile at you, become friends from them. But if the person is not like African, maybe from Asia or even a thin person or those things, I think most of them take time to build trust. They want to know you a little bit more before they become like free with you. And it's okay when you greet and they don't respond. Give them time to warm up. Like don't force yourself like I want you to be my friend or something.
I think I learned that here because I keep on making reference to India because I've been there. In India, if you see like any black person, I don't know if it's like the major.
It's the same thing here. You see someone black, you just smile. You just where are you from? When you say hi, you don't know you're Ghana or you're Nigerian.
When I came here for the first few weeks, not everyone smiles back at you, and I was shocked because I told someone like good morning, and there was no response. I was like. Do you speak another language from what I just said? So I think like it was with time like I realized that if you have to say it, okay, just keep saying it. Don't say it because they responded. Just say it because
it's your normal thing you are used to. Yeah.
No, but wait, if you see my typical Finnish friends, most of them say good morning without looking at your face. Like the person is
going to good morning.
And then if you look at their face and then they are smiling, they smile just. And then you go.
Hey,
Okay.
So I think that one you just need to give it time because sometimes people go like. I think I have been blessed to have some very good Finnish friends, and I think my experience has been that like just be you, give things time, get to know them, let them get to know you, because friendship is about mutual something.
Yeah.
It's about value creation. You're bringing a value I don't have, I need. I'm also giving you value you also don't.
Yeah.
And the value is what is going to sustain our
Mhm.
relationship.
Mhm.
So give it time, show up, and then like be a good human being. And they will also like come around. But don't force yourself like I want you to be my friend, chat. You're going to be my friend, that kind of thing. It doesn't work. So I think that one is it. But what would be one thing that surprised you the most, like your cultural shock in Finland? Cultural shock here. I think my cultural shock has been their maintenance culture. Like rain or shine, they are still doing the roads, they are doing whatever, they'll get things done. Like my first cultural shock was winter time. I was going to campus like around 7:30. The bus was working, it was snowing heavily, the kids were going to school by themselves. I was shocked. I was like, in Ghana, when it rains, daddy, you don't go school. But this one, like, I was shocked. Like, and then you go to a canteen, everybody, no matter what comes to the canteen, they serve their own meals. You take what you can eat, you pay for it, you eat, you take your dishes back. Like, it felt, because where you're coming from, you finish eating and someone has to wash.
Yeah.
Like, that was a cultural shock for me. Yeah. What was your cultural shock?
For me, okay, maybe.
Because I've been in Norway, you're getting used to it.
Then, you see, these people, there's nothing different between Norwegians and Finnish people. Almost everything that they, like the first time I went to Norway was winter time in January. Same thing, they were constructing roads. People are working, no matter the weather. Because that's what they've been built to do. So they were at work. It was snowing heavily, but they were still in the snow working. You see? So for me, these people, I think I don't have so much shock with them. I think, like we just mentioned, they will greet you and they'll be passing. You say, like the very first time I went there, I was going for police appointment, and I met this person that I greeted the lady. She just passed without minding me. So there was one man coming from behind. Man was like, "Oh, what's the problem? I saw you talking to the lady." She was, I wanted them. Someone said, "That's how these are these places. Don't be worried." Then the man showed me the place. I was like just like 10 minutes, like 10 steps away from them. But I was surprised. I was shocked that whether that was a place or not. So I don't have so much issue when it comes to these people, their way of living and their cultural issue, because they don't have so much difference from Norwegian people. So it was the same thing that I'm experiencing. So
So what has been your surprise? I think one thing that shocked me was digitalization. Like everything, there's an app for everything. Everything, there's an app. Everything, there's an app. Like the students app, there's To Do, there's Frank, there's everything, there's an app. Your electricity, your everything.
No kiosk on the road to buy anything. You just go to the supermarket to buy everything.
That was my shock.
And then self-service. You self-service.
That was my shock, because I was looking at when I was coming, and then my headset, like the other side had like a crash. In India, I would just go and see like the man by the road, and maybe he would have just done it even in Cameroon. So when I and Abba were at city center, I was thinking about it like, where am I supposed to fix this headset? And then she said she was going to get a cover for a phone. I was expecting her to like maybe go to a kiosk or something. And then she said, I ordered from Temu. Hey!
Temu like online
shop. The first time if you move from Africa straight to these European people, some of the things will be taken by surprise, because you might thinking maybe just go to that one at the roadside, maybe you can get your tomato for anything. No, just every day go to the shop, go to the supermarket, everything's supermarket. So just go there.
Shop, you're online.
Get what you want. Like I think Vasa here, the common ones are S Market and K Market.
Yeah, for food.
Yeah, the common ones. Yes, Lidl.
Lidl, S Market.
Yeah, but I think the common ones in Lidl is just like.
And then when you go to Alepe or Alepe or something, Alepe, Alepe. That's in Helsinki areas. Okay. They are very big.
Yeah. And also there's this Sally.
Yes, sir.
SALE also. Yeah. So everything. Sally. There's nothing like provision shop where you don't know. Just go to supermarket. Just everything that you want.
That was big for me.
Yes, and if you want to buy anything at the press of your phone,
Most things are self-service. We are buying fuel, self-service. There's no fuel attendant. You do your own stuff, pay.
And one thing is, nobody will also just buy and then leave. Yesterday I was in the bus. Yes, I mean somebody will just buy the fuel without paying.
No. You don't try that thing.
And then
no, but the way the fuel is like you have to
key in, you pay with your card.
There was this man that entered the bus from behind. You know, normally here the buses
passing front.
So the man was standing. You know, he was a bit older. So the man passed from the back and then entered. The man stood in the bus for those who entered from the driver's side to pay their tickets, sit down. Then the man moved from the back to the front to go and slot his pass card.
I've seen that thing before. The old people, they do that.
Yeah,
so he just he stood there for 5 minutes for all of those people coming from the front to pass him. Then he moved forward to just slot his card to make sure that he has paid.
Yeah.
See. So that's one thing. That's what I'm talking about, the patriotism and then nationalism earlier. You see. So these are the things that if you move in earlier.
And I think when you move in, sometimes it's also annoying with the payment system. Like you want to do anything and you're having cash.
Yeah.
Unless you're going to stores or something. So most of the things you do better with your phone. You can just swipe your card or something. It becomes a bit hard.
Yeah, I think for me.
But the good thing is some shops also accept physical cash.
Yeah, they do.
Just some, but
it limits you.
So
almost all of them accept physical cash payment. Yes.
Just limits you.
Unless maybe you're buying something online.
And if you're using the bus and you're using physical cash, it's expensive. And if you're using the ticket on your phone.
Yeah, for bus, the first month you come there, you don't know your way out, you have to get the bus card. Yeah, I think that.
Yeah, but if you're doing it like you're using the bus directly, but you're paying physical cash, it's more expensive.
Yeah, it's expensive than
if you're using it. Yeah. So tell me about your cultural shock.
Okay. For mine, I think the first one has to do with their system of support. Support over here is like I was talking about the sports issue. The fact that someone comes in and the person hasn't done this sport before. See, something like floorball, just like hockey. Okay. The moment you are able to pass one ball to one person, like they jubilate like you scored a goal. I'm like, what is happening here? And then they were doing that, and then you feel like you are wanted, like you are supported on the field. Yeah. So little by little, like everyone will be rooting for you, and that thing alone makes you build so quick. Like it makes you develop so quick. I think recently or last week on Monday. Today is Friday, right? Oh yeah. So just this Monday, I was playing. One guy came to tap me. Well, you are developing. I said, later
he's been noticing you.
Oh, really? So
he's been observing you.
He's talking about like they appreciate everything.
Yeah, that's true.
That's one thing.
That's true.
And that's number one. And then number two has to be with this system of trust that they have built everything on. It's wonderful. I like buying things on Facebook Markets. Last time I was buying a phone for someone, and then I was chatting with the person. I see the name like a Finnish person, and then the woman told me that she's traveling, but she can leave the phone in the flower pot by the dog house. When I get there, we'll pick the phone and pay. I'm like, huh? So I went there. I saw the phone there. I picked the phone, sent a message. I picked the phone. Okay, you can send them. I said when I get home, no problem. Just get home and send the phone. And that's not the only time. You can have instances where I have to pay the people. Like I want this thing you are selling. I pay.
What you want, that is what you get.
They send
even if it's on
you,
Facebook Market,
and they tell you everything. Does this have a fault? Yes. No. If it has a fault, it will tell you exactly the fault. Do you still want it?
And sometimes they're overly apologetic if there's a fault.
It's too much. And one thing is, unless you come and you don't want to change. The system itself will change. It will. Because if you recall, you bought two things from that place that I got them from. None of them was a thing. I think one was
people change.
One from an Asian woman and one another. Yes.
The moment you come in, you adapt to what is happening.
You have to adapt to the system because the system itself, you are in a system where trust.
That was true.
So if you are selling something to someone and you tell the person, okay, though there are some people who scam people on Facebook and other things, but the system is such a way that you yourself, you you won't like to do the wrong way.
Maybe after this one, we'll share some of the things that has changed with us since we came here.
Because you have to.
I think that would be good.
Because you have to adapt to the system in such a way that this is how they do their thing.
Yeah.
They're all going this way. I'm not going this way as the wrong way. This is the right way of doing things. You go to the shop, you scan everything that you bought. Though there are certain places that you might not scan all, but you can pass through. Others, so why should you just maybe just €2 thing? You just take that one and go. No. So you know that okay, everyone will scan. Okay, you also scan everything that you bought and you go your way. So that's the things that these people don't think. That's how the system is built. So you can't beat them. You just have to also follow the system, and automatically it will change you. That's how these people.
So talking about this same fuel issue, do you know that there are some of the fuel pumps that you don't have to key in what you buy first? You just go fill and enter the supermarket or maybe the eating place. Yes, isn't Nestle or something?
Yeah, most of it is they have eatery and everything together.
Yeah,
that's one thing also shocked me.
Then
you pay. So last time I'm like, what is really happening here? Like, you guys, I didn't know about it. I was surprised. I wanted to key. They said, no, just fill any amount you want. Just go in. They know.
That's how they are.
Just tell them, anyway, they are laughing. Like all of them are just there doing their own thing.
That's the trust that they built about the people.
Yeah. You know, and to feel trusted is like being valued as well.
Yeah.
You know, and
your
also,
integrity, your credibility.
It's so good. I like that.
And I think.
What other cultural shock did you have?
I think these are the main things.
Because at least you have traveled more across Finland.
Yes. That was the main thing. But another one is it's not everyone who has seen a black person.
It's true.
Like physical.
It's
you
true.
you feel you are in Vasa. I always tell people Vasa is not.
But even in Vasa, sometimes some places when you go to some other parts, like a little kid, sometimes they see you and they're just waving.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, I've had that experience before.
Yeah.
I was like, whoa, what's happening here?
I went to a place which is like just 1 hour, 30 minutes away from Vasa. And the moment I got down to use the fuel pump, like I had old men, they all stood looking like,
you can't do like that.
What is happening here?
Oh my
God. Which planet are you from?
Yes.
This funny video that one guy walked on the street.
And then I think India.
And then they were all waving at me when I was leaving. They were so happy. They were waving. I'm like, what? What is going on? They haven't seen us.
This guy walking, was it UK or US, one of them? And the lady asked, the lady, a white girl, asked, hey, can I ask a question? The guy said, what? Is it that Africans are poor?
The
guy was like, give me 50 euros. The lady said, and they're asking about poor people. You know?
Yeah.
The guy gave him a very definitive response. The guy said, give me 50 euros. So I don't have money. I said, okay, now you're asking Africans are poor. You have money. It's normal. It's normal.
It's because they heard the other story.
Yeah.
Other parts of the story. Yeah. And I interacted with 1 or 2 of their books, which they use, and the pictures from Africa, honestly speaking, are those, the bad ones.
Extremes.
Yes, which even me from Africa haven't seen. Yes, in my country, haven't seen those kind of poor, like extremely poor. I'm like, no, I've been to every part of my country, not to every corner though, but I've been to every region of my country, and I haven't seen what you are talking about. Yes, all the 16, like I've been there.
Because usually when people are writing for grants and proposals and stuff, they tend to tell of extreme cases.
Just for certain things, which sometimes.
Yeah, so that's why So that's one other thing. They see you, they're like, what is happening?
Who is this?
I want another place. Is it Kitty, Kitee or something like that. So people saw and then they were surprised. We have people like this in our country. Right? It's fine. They are still getting to know us. Yes, and getting used to us as well.
But in your culture shock.
But that was going to be a culture shock for me, but like I thought the opposite. But I'm just finding out like the other parts of Finland that people don't know about Africans. Because in India, when they see a black person, they're like, "Hi, is this your real hair? Is this your hair?"
Yeah, I think the hair thing is everywhere. Because even over here, people keep asking me, "What is your hair?" But I keep changing my hair, and they're like, "I'm like, no, African hair is very stubborn to work with."
Oh, really? So they do that to their female as well?
Yeah, my girl was like, "Is this your hair?" One of I change my hair, like, is this your hair? I'm like, no, that's not my real hair because our hair takes a lot of work to do. Like, I can't be combing my hair every day and working my hair every day. I rather braid it or do something with it, or sometimes wear a wig cap.
So I've had people doing that to me, like
because usually they have their hair on all the time, but our hair is hard to maintain. So
like when I came here and no one was like, oh, is this your?
I think West Bank is also cosmopolitan.
I think maybe so. I was telling my friends like, oh, when you're coming, it's not the same.
Yeah.
But I think I'm going to change that perspective because when I was talking to her, I was like, it's not the same as India where everyone wants you're a celebrity.
Yeah.
Everyone wants to take pictures for you. You go like to the museum or the zoo, and everyone's like, picture please, selfie please. So I think I'll change that part. And then the part of the queues.
Queues are queues here. I also had that shop when I came here.
Queues?
Yeah, like
if you go to supermarket and everything, everywhere there's a queue. You can like, and the queues work. The queues work
so much.
I think it didn't make sense to me initially because I was like, why this long queue? And sometimes I want to cut corner or something.
Because my first experience was the bus from campus. There was like a long queue, and then someone was just standing like close to the door. So in my head, I'm like, just enter, and then she goes like all the way to the back, and I'm like. So I think like that part of like queues.
And then what I learned about the queues over here is that like if you go to supermarket or something, you may not appreciate it if you are new because you may feel like they are delaying. But when it is your time, you realize that they really have time for whoever is there. So if there's a problem, they'll have time and solve your problem before you go. And that's what makes the queue. But then you see the queue actually working. Unlike our side where sometimes it's just delays. But this one...
and one thing is even in the health sector, unless maybe your condition is very critical, that they need to jump or someone.
If you don't want to use appointment,
you see even an 80-year-old woman.
They will still want to join.
Yeah. The 80-year-old man will not say, oh, can I bypass it? No. You have this principle of first come, first serve principle in everything that they do here. So you not see, even when you go to and the professor comes, he will just be at the back for his time to come. Unless maybe he uses self-service and then just go.
And if it's by appointment, it's exactly the time. Like if you have a DVD appointment at 1, unless it's 1, the door is not opening. And when you go and so you're at the time, you don't jump.
And some of them, unless some of their shops, there are certain things you cannot do self-service unless you go to the counter. If not, the person will just join the queue till it reaches his or her time.
Even if it's one item.
No matter who the status of the person. You see? And here it's not like, we don't know who I am. No. The person will just join the queue. Even 80-year-old woman, the person will just go and go behind you, sit or stand for her time before the person comes. Those things become, it's very new for you, but hey.
Time 8 a.m. is 8 a.m.
Finish time is finish time. It's on time, not before time, after time.
There's
on
nothing
time.
Like African time here in Finland.
The train will discipline you, the bus will discipline you.
Good. About time, please. One thing we should put across is the
fact that +1 - 1.
If you book an appointment
you don't cancel.
You don't go.
You
don't cancel before
24 hours.
Sometimes 48 hours, depending.
Yes.
50 euros.
Before you pay.
Penalty.
Yes. Even if the thing is a free service, you pay.
Penalty.
56
like
euros.
student health service, and you book an appointment, you don't go, you pay 50 euros.
56 euros.
Yes. So that's
penalty.
One thing. Yeah.
So the time, if you book an appointment, be there on time. If you can't be there, make sure you cancel before the time. Usually those stated. Whether it's 30 minutes, 1 hour, 24 hours, 48 hours, it matters. Else you have to pay for it. If they bring it, you don't pay, they will come and add interest. They will give it to the
you
add
interest.
interest. You still pay for it.
Oh yeah. That's why no one disturbs you. Like, hey, if not paid, no. You just
it's when we amounting interest on the payment.
Yeah, I think like the time thing, because I remember I wanted to go for DVB, I think, and then I saw like they open at 8, and I was like, who is going to be there? I'll go at 8:30. Then Abba was saying like, oh, you have to take this bus, so why? I'm like, no, I want to go 30 minutes late, because but when I got there was already like a queue.
30 minutes late.
You guys.
30 minutes.
Yeah. Time is time. Like if it's 8 o'clock, it's 8 o'clock. We started at 8. And I think I think for me, the thing about time is you need to also know when we are in the +1 - 1. Because I remember the first time I was joining the Zoom meeting from here, I checked Google was like 2 hours. Finland is 2 hours from Ghana. But then in the summertime, when there's that plus 1 3 hours, it changes. So it depends whether we are +1 or -1.
You always have to check.
And I think I don't know if you guys also have it, but at our side, like for our lectures and stuff, we have this academic 15 minutes break. So even though the classes are not, even the class at 4, we may start at 4:15.
Yeah,
Because at 2, there's like 2:15, like that 15 minutes. Yeah.
We don't have it.
We have that as well.
If it's 4, it's 4 o'clock.
Okay.
But maybe you can have 5 minutes break or 10 minutes break.
Yeah, that's usually like after an hour and a half or something. There's a coffee break. And there's lots of coffees here. Everything, yeah, coffee break.
So those who like or love coffee.
But coffee break is only for coffee. You can take cocoa or you can take tea. Because I love cocoa.
You can even eat your rice or anything you want.
Yeah. But we're talking about like how it has changed. How has Finland changed? What has it changed about you? What has it changed about you?
The way of thinking.
The way of thinking.
Yes. Like modifying your lifestyle to suit the system you are in. Like we were mentioning earlier. So previously you have your own way, doing your own thing. Not like changing to the wrong way. But this is how the system works. Like we are talking about time. You have to catch the bus at 6 o'clock. 6:05, the bus is gone.
Sometimes even 5 minutes to time, the bus is moving.
Yes, so approximately 5 minutes before the time you should be there.
And if you're not at the bus stop, it won't stop for you.
Yes,
you can run after it, it won't matter.
For about 5 minutes, it's even late. Because of what I've seen in
you run after it, they won't mind you.
I was going 10 minutes early. 10 minutes early. When I got out from this distance, I saw the bus pass. I'm like, let me go to my bicycle.
Yeah.
So the only thing, like, it's not only about like time management. At least time management.
So
very
discipline
important.
you.
Yes, discipline you because you've paid for train. The train is moving 10:20. And you say 10:15, you are not leaving. Meanwhile, you stay maybe 5 minutes from no, the train will just go for you. So if not for anything, time management.
Be on time.
If not for anything, time management. Yes.
Your key. In
Please,
Finland,
no, let me be the one to talk about it. I have the experience. Yes.
You're asking.
I have the experience. Let me be the one to talk about it.
Okay, let's
That happened to me twice.
Yeah.
Yes. The first time I got locked up. No, the first time I forgot that, then I came back from downstairs. I realized like I could not open. So I had to go. That was like a Wednesday. I had to go to church. Now on the Saturday, I went just here. The bin. I'm coming back. I realized like there's no key, and Abba has left.
No.
I was lucky. I took my phone because I was on the call. That was why I took my phone. If not, I would have been like outside too. I don't know when she was supposed to come back that Saturday. So, if you're leaving like your house, the
Your key is the most important.
It's your key.
Imagine your house may have trouble.
You don't have a housemate.
Yes. Oh my God.
Because myself, I have a copy in the office because at least I have the eye lock on my phone. So if I lose my key, at least I can use my phone to open the door and then go to my locker and take a spare key. Because that also matters. Like if your keys, and if you misplace your key, changing your keys is like so expensive.
You pay 120 euros.
A copy of key is expensive.
They'll tell you they have to change the whole set.
Yes.
120 euros. If you leave it inside the room and they open for you, I think that one is 80 euros or so.
And it depends on the student apartment or the private apartment.
And if you
then normally 50-40.
And if you lock it outside, then they can't open for you. To that one is 40 euros.
Yeah.
So key. So me like this. When I'm in the house, my key is always in front of my door. Yes. When like I'm within the house. Because if I leave it inside the room like this, I might forget and just bang the door and then it will lock and the key will be inside. You see? So when I'm always in the house, my key is just in front of my door. So anytime I open, but when I'm going out, I just take my key.
Yeah.
But those things I'm a bit conscious about it. I don't really forget it. But you don't know a day that you forget. So always, at least for me, my key is always in front of my door.
That's the key. I took my dad's advice. My dad is like, put your things at one place. If it's your phone, if you are sleeping, you know where you put your phone. If you come back from work, you know where you put your phone. So that if you're looking for your phone, you know that it is either here or there.
Yeah.
So for me, my keys is always in my jacket. And when I'm wearing one jacket, I know I'm wearing this jacket for this period. Unless I'm going out without a jacket, which is hard because it's cold. So my jacket is always by the door. It's always on that side. And I have one part I put my key. Because if I don't put it at a different part, later I'm not finding it, I'm in trouble.
Yeah.
So I think you just have to be a bit more particular about it.
About the key. Yeah. For me, I'm always conscious about keys. So
Yeah.
very conscious. I can have it here all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I think Abba also spoke about the same thing. and she hammered or nailed down the same point. I said, Dad advised it.
Yeah, I took that thing for my dad because as a female,
So, yeah.
you know, females you can put things everywhere. So I
Every
learned that
day.
from
It's like an ID. If I don't fill it, then it's like
It's missing.
yeah. Because this thing is serious in this country. We don't joke with it.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah. So what other what has Finland changed about you, Sir Hansen? He said his thinking.
Yeah, he's thinking. For me, I think it has made me more patient. As in, things are not like a rush here.
It's true.
Sometimes you push. Like in my country, you want before I came here. Sometimes when I'm pushing.
You have to be vigorous.
Yes, you have to push to make things happen. But here, you have to follow a certain process, and everything about procedure requires patience and time. So you take your time, and then give time to manifest into what.
Give time to manifest.
Yes, into what will come. So yeah, just more patience now. Now I guess yeah. So that's the main thing.
It's true, because even myself, I've seen that thing about me becoming more patient and more calmer now, because I was a little bit more extroverted. But over here, like when I'm even replying mails and things, I've learned, I don't know, I think it's changed, it's softened me to be more nicer. Like those days, I can just tell you my mind as it is. But now when I'm saying, I'm more careful. I don't want to hurt the person's emotions. I still want to tell you what it is, but I'm thinking of putting it in a nicer way. And the customer service thing, like I think it has challenged me. So now when I'm communicating with people, I'm talking with people or emailing people, I'm trying to get them to get what they need, but I'm trying to do it in a nicer way. Like I think,
Then the system will teach you that it is okay to be alone, and it is okay to go in silence. That's because in my place, like it's so common that every day or every time people have to see you on your WhatsApp, your status and other things have to show that something is happening. I came in. It's not like it's a bad thing. But that is one thing I've learned from my Finnish friends.
I think
those people,
myself.
They don't do those things. Like birthdays, you don't see people send. It changed me so much. So my people like always waiting birthdays and I don't eat. So you couldn't.
But they have to on birthdays because I remember my birthday when they got to know at the office. They're like, you didn't tell us it was your birthday.
So you see how they go about it.
Then they brought me the card and then they brought the moving mug and chocolate
between you and them. But not with outsiders. They like celebrating. Like in my country, someone comes celebrating you on your status and expect that. Meanwhile, you don't even know what you done. You don't even watch that. It doesn't mean that you have to watch.
That's why now we tag you in the.
The tag. Yes. So the tag
now we tag you. Then you know that we have posted you.
And then later on, when you are done with the birthday, I celebrated. You didn't even.
You watch my status.
This is too much work for me. You know. So it has changed. I was that kind of person. You know, we're talking about things that Finland has changed, and it has changed that so much. Like. Now just relax, just observing things from afar, and then taking the necessary action. Okay, let's go here. Let's do it this way. Let's go this way. We are good to go. Basically,
Nadine, what has Finland changed about you?
Eki.
No, that one is lessons.
Lessons, yeah.
Well, I think like the aspect of time, because I think most of every country I've been to, okay, Cameroon, India, you can tell someone.
We are from populous countries, Cameroon, India, Africa.
You can tell someone like, I'll be there in 5 minutes.
5 minutes, they are not even there.
5 minutes. I'm not even woken up from sleep. But I can be there in like 5 minutes. So I think like I realized like your word is your word. If someone says like, I'll be there at this time, that time they're already there.
I will do the work and submit it at this time.
Okay, with some of us who are teachers, okay. You have a class at 8:20 a.m. I get there at 8:17. There's not a single student.
They are on time, not before time, after time.
And then the moment it is 8:19 with some seconds, transitioning to 8:20, the class, everyone will be there.
Yeah.
Everyone. And then the door will be shut at that 8:20. And everyone is there.
Yeah. Normally, because of the bus arrangement to count here.
But I think it's a culture.
No, the culture
are just on time. They won't come and wait and waste time.
When the class ends at 8:20,
they get to finish.
If like be talking,
they let you to finish.
By the time you tell,
that's the reality.
The one they hear, notes.
And there are clocks around, so once they see the clock, it's time.
Almost time they started packing, like almost like 1 minute to time. You can't get their attention. You can't.
Yeah.
There was one day I was trying to give like a homework or something after the whole thing, and I was giving the sheets around, and it was left with just 2 students, and it was time. They left. I have to leave this.
So,
It's for yourself.
Yeah, so there so many things. The practice has taught us. The interaction has taught us. The system has taught us so many things.
Yeah.
Like yeah.
I mean, what are the other lessons that come from?
I maybe
What has
like
it changed?
I mean, okay, the time is a big one for me, but like the other ones, I really can't place. No.
I think Finland also pushes you to be independent.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
Because when I came here, I didn't know. I've had to pull a lot of inner strength. There are some things I do now I didn't know I could do. I didn't know I could do a lot of things by myself on my own, and like I've grown from that stage. Because I remember the first time I even moved outside Vaasa to the train station, I was going towards Expo and stuff. I got frustrated at the train station. I just felt like crying. But I was like, wait, if you cry, what are you going to do?
No, my
You asked this one, I don't know. I'm also not new here. I don't know what's happening. I was like, oh! And I guess had to just like move on that. Like I just had to just move to that mentality of what can I do? How do I find myself? What can I do? So I think it also pushes you to the limit of independence here. Because over here, if something is messed up in the house, you want to fix it before you consult someone else. Because consulting someone else is money.
They even expect you to do that before
Exactly.
you consult them.
Exactly. So I think for me, it's also pushed that part of independence in there. And like you said, the silence part, you go in silence.
You go. And I've noticed it's one of the best ways to, like, I've really
It's
appreciated
hard.
so
It's hard for us
to adapt.
because we are
if you
used to
adapt.
people and stuff.
If you adapt, one of the best things.
Yeah.
To go in silence.
Yeah. And I think one shock I had when I was coming was the language thing. Where you're coming to be like, oh, Finland, swarming. And you start Duolingo and all those things. Mina Olet, Sina Olet. You start all of those ones. But I think when I came, one thing I was shocked about, maybe because it's in Vaasa. Vaasa is more cosmopolitan, like in Helsinki. And the fact that most Finns could actually speak Finnish and English as well, or Swedish and English as well.
Sure.
So if you were lost, you could easily ask someone in something in English and it would actually help you out. And I've been able to at least move my life the first year without so much of the Finnish language. Because even at the supermarket, you have access to English on some of the stuff.
Yeah.
Now, a lot of the platforms, the banking apps and things, you can get it also in English and things. So I think that was one shock I had because in my mind, and I also felt every Finn could speak Finnish and Swedish. Because I also
That's
had
what
that
you
shock.
all thought, yeah.
That's what I also thought. Then I got in and realized that, well, they learn both, but there are people who are just Finnish speaking. There are some who are just Swedish speaking. There are some who are bilingual who can speak the two. But the reality is, a lot of them can actually speak at least Finnish or Swedish with English, which is like very good. And I think one thing I've also learned is that the language thing matters. Like sometimes you feel like it's too difficult or whatever, but I feel you need to put in effort in there.
At least if not the two, you have to understand one.
Yes, and sometimes Google Translate becomes so hard. Google Translate is a blessing here, but I feel like
it doesn't really give you the exact.
Yeah.
At least if not understand the basics.
Survival Finnish.
Yeah, understand
survival
for
Swedish.
now, understand the basics of at least one of them. That Finnish also. It depends on where you are doing.
Yeah.
But if you go to the central Finland, Helsinki,
It's more Finnish.
yes, Hamalina, those areas, basically Finnish. Yeah. But it just Vaasa here that only the two works.
Finnish, Swedish.
But this Google Translate is good.
It has been a blessing.
Yeah, because on Monday I was with this program. Lukman put a certain program on Ghana WhatsApp page about LNT. So I went for the program and I was the only Ghanaian there. I was the only foreigner there, like all of them.
Yeah.
And then they were top officials. The Q10 worked there, all those things worked there. And then everything was in Finnish. And I was asking myself, how am I going to follow?
Yeah.
And so I picked this phone and this live.
Yeah, translate.
I just left it on and then put the headsets. So they looked at me like, you speak only English, how did you follow? And I was training like, oh, really? Like this really works. And all the transcripts were there. And then they were so happy. You know?
Maybe when we are about, and we'll talk about the various apps and technologies people should have, like.
Okay.
Yeah, because I think that is something which is helpful. Like this Google Live Translate thing.
Okay.
Yeah. So, how about you on the language? On the Finnish language? Swedish language interaction.
Well, I'm a big, because I think I had like basics from Duolingo. I was hard on myself that I didn't learn Hindi, so I don't want to make the same mistake.
Yeah.
coming to Finland and not being able like to have maybe just a normal conversation, maybe good morning, how are you? So I was so hard on myself with Duolingo, like I really need to do something, even if I don't know it there in the country, I should know it like before I get there. So I think well it was kind of normal, yeah.
But you have moved a lot across Finland. How has the language thing been?
I'm still confused because before I was coming here.
But your school is a Swedish speaking.
Yeah, that is where. Initially, I started learning Finnish.
Okay.
And then I transitioned to learning Swedish when I got here.
Mm.
So I started getting confused.
Yeah.
And I'm still in the learning stages of French. And then more confusion. And now.
You already have English, you're already holding on to.
Yeah. I stayed in Vasa in a Swedish speaking university. And then I started doing more Swedish and I became more Swedish. And now, fast forward, summer came. I started working from one place to the other and only Finnish. No Swedish.
Yeah.
In the other parts, no Swedish. Like they know nothing about Swedish, only Finnish. And now they start speaking Finnish to me. And I'm confused again. But no need. I only know speaking. And now I try to construct basic sentences in Swedish and it becomes difficult because I will mix it with Finnish.
Yeah.
Yes, but I think one thing you can do best for yourself is to learn one and stick to it.
And I think at least at the schools they teach the beginners Finnish, beginners Swedish. I think you should take advantage of it. And then at least if you are in the municipalities like over here in Vasa, there's Alma, which does like adult education in Finnish and all those things. I think it's good. Or you can have some Facebook group or WhatsApp group or YouTube group or something.
Yeah.
That also, I think it helps. But at least when you meet someone, sometimes I remember one time some of the Ghanaians came around and we took the bus together. It was my first time taking the bus. Like, I wanted to like take with the group. So I wanted to pay and he was like, no, you can only pay with the Visa card for just one. And I was like, I have a bus card, they don't have. I wanted to pay it like totally together. And he was like, no. And unfortunately, I don't know, that driver couldn't speak English, much English. It was bad. Like we were just struggling, like, and he has to move. So I think sometimes if you can speak like the very basic things too, it kind of helps you. Like, yeah. So that's how it. But as we're wrapping up, what would be that one thing you love about Finland? And that one thing, this one I don't really like about Finland. What would be that one thing you like about Finland? I love, there are about 3 things I love about Finland. I love the nature part. Like you can always take nice pictures of nature, which is nice. I love the drinks part. Like every season, like during Easter there's Sima, during how do you call it? Christmas there's Bloggy. Yeah. I feel like it's nice. At least it gives you some sort of expectation or something. And I like the fact that they've integrated some basic things into life here, like the sauna in your apartment. And you don't have to go to a spa. Yeah. And some places they have gyms and all those things, which is there. So I think I like that part, like of Finland. Like it's taught me to appreciate nature, the little things. I was doing some gardening and these people were laughing at me. But at least I've gotten to appreciate nature a little bit more, and I've learned to rest. Because when I came, even holidays, I would go to work. When I close up, I've still not toned down perfectly because when I come back from work, I still struggle putting my laptop away. When I'm sleeping, my laptop is by me. Because when I wake up, sometimes I want to read or work. In the evenings, I want to reply my mails. I feel like I will have to clear some work. But at least now, when it's a holiday, I don't go to work. Like some days I take it off. Before it was hard for me because it was always like work. So I think it's one thing I've come to love here. Like treat yourself as a human being, not a machine. Yeah. So I think that part I kind of very much love. What I don't really like so much about Finland, what would that be? I don't think there's one big thing I don't really love about Finland. Just that I feel when it comes to integrating, where we come from, we have a lot of community support and things. It's not really about you. You always get a support group to really help you in. So I think that is one thing that if it's able to, but we can't expect that to change because of you. Because over here, it's like that independence matters a lot for you.
It's for you alone.
Yes. So part of life. Yes, I think that's one thing I'm not really loving so much. So you have to be more intentional on your side to do. And if you don't really work on that, it becomes hard. But in Africa, like it's not really like that. So I think That's one thing that has not really sat too well with me since I came back. I love the nature. I love the food. Yeah, I love food. Yeah. Yeah. I love my potatoes.
Yeah.
Throw potatoes at me every day. I will use it for something I
I
eat.
think one thing that's also good for students, especially we the international students, is how they issue their resident permits to international students. You know, in
Yeah.
some countries, every year you have to renew,
Yeah.
pay another money to renew. And one thing we forgot to put up, we don't tip in here,
Mhm.
before you apply for your resident permit, make sure your passport has a longer period.
Yeah.
If you're going to school for 3 or 4 years, make sure your passport is 4
5.
years or more.
Yeah.
That one they issue the resident permit to you. For example, you're going to study nursing, bachelor in nursing, it's 3.5 years. If your passport is 2 years, they'll give you 2 years resident permit.
Yeah.
You have to pay another money again.
Yeah.
But if your passport is 5 years, they issue the 3.5 years to you, which is another advantage Finland gives to students. Because in some countries, every year you have to pay money and renew.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how much it takes now. I think it was 350 euros when I was applying my resident permit. Assuming every year you're paying 350 euros to renew your resident permit. See, when I pay 350 euros to do the first one I brought, assuming every year you pay 350 euros, it's another burden. So that's one good thing about Finland as international students if you are coming. And also the student health system. At least if you pay your semester fee, which is the student semester fee about health, it's in 36 euros or so.
I think in our school it's part of the VYY or something.
Okay.
So there's a student fee you pay for every month, every semester.
Every semester, yeah.
You can pay the whole year, or you can pay
Yeah,
the semester.
Kela, you pay.
Yeah, it's part of like your Kela card.
Yeah.
Yes, you pay that one if you are you just go to the student health clinic. If it requires whether X-ray or whatever, you are being referred to go and then you're being treated, which is also good for this Finland for international students. Yes, and also the language thing. It's good. At least they teach you the basics in school that can help you to at least find your way around, communicate to people, which is good about Finland. But some of the things are about when you come earlier, at least if you come in the winter time, that one if you're not careful, might start to go.
Winter time.
But weather is one thing that.
And you may not finding your route and all those things, like the bus stops when the place is all white. Sometimes it's more hard.
Weather is something that you can do anything. That's what their nature here.
Yeah.
That's the nature. You can't do anything about it. So that one just have to get yourself on board and then move along with it. So in generally Finland, as international students, there are a lot of opportunities that at least you can get than other countries. Yeah, I think it's generally good for me.
And good education.
Yeah, at
solid
least
rock
for the educational structure is very good.
Yeah.
That's sometimes the only thing is about maybe, but if you're able to afford and get here, at least it's very good.
I think for me, I'm a road person, so one thing I like is about their road when you are driving, especially in the autumn. If you are driving from one part of Finland to the other, you get amazed. Like there's nothing boring.
Very silly,
so beautiful, and it has undulating lands as well. Like so you go up and you see like a general view, and you see the coniferous trees lined up like in the forest. It's so beautiful. And
I think in some countries you see the lavender kind of purple down and then the main trees up.
And then when you go to the forest, you think it is planned. You feel it's like a plantation.
Yeah.
But it's the way the forest is. The forest is so maintained.
We get
clearing so good and clear. Yes. Yeah.
So how come we don't see so much of wild animals in there? Because I can pass through the one just by my place. I've not seen any snake.
They are there.
Yeah, I think they're not really.
Because like at least around this apartment there's a forest space belt here, but
the snakes are everywhere. But
but they don't really come out.
They don't come out. They have time that they come out.
Okay.
Yeah. They are not harmful.
Because I think one thing that also shocked me when you said the forest thing, it just made me remember when I came, I was doing work and my mom was like, "Why are you working? Hey, why are you? Yeah, I understand. But this is the same, like 2 a.m., 3 a.m. You can work anywhere.
And one thing is also about how their wildlife system.
Respect for wildlife.
Unlike our place, you see
the squirrel, the cook.
Then you just you don't do that. Even I think I was driving, was it Daniel or something? We're going somewhere and then you see this antelope crossing. You just have to wait for them to cross before you can just continue.
Bushmeat.
Yeah,
There's no bushmeat here.
if it mistakenly crosses you, it's different. But if you see them from afar, you have to stop for them to cross before you can do that.
No bushmeat.
So all those things are things
for me, yeah, that's what I was saying. So I like the road bits and all those things. But one thing I don't really like, which like is dangerous, has to do with this moose and reindeer. When you go to the north, when you are driving at night,
you can attack you.
You didn't see any street light except you get to a township.
I also realized that thing on
and
the
it's
road.
so dark.
It's not in the north.
So you have to,
When you go outside the cities, the lights are like in the city area. Outside the city, there's no light.
No.
I was
And
also shocked when I
what
saw
you
that.
do is you use the markings on the road.
Okay.
When you throw your light, you see the markings.
But
You
there
are
are
not
speed
going to-
cameras.
Yes, but anywhere there's a speed camera, you see lights.
Yeah,
Because it
and
needs
you're
lights to
notified.
operate.
You're
And
notified
you are
about 3
notified on
times.
the app or something. So for that one, but when you go to a typical place where you have to drive for something like 600 kilometers and you move in, and you notice the place is so dark, like a long stretch, like
you're not meeting,
40 kilometers,
meeting anyone,
and you see moose or reindeer over there. And those things actually generate a lot of accidents because over this summer, a lot of accidents which were reported in Finland was due to that. And you don't see anything. So you are always, every time when you're driving, you have to be at the edge.
Let's see.
Yes, all the time you are just looking from afar. Are you seeing anything or not? Yes. And then on the same road, there is pets. That night, like that late night, you have to use highlights all the time. When there's a car coming from afar, you have to switch to dim lights. And everyone does it so naturally. Even with a big truck or something, they will dim it so that you can also see. Because you'll be using their lights, they'll be using yours. But when you pass each other, you throw your highlights, you look, and then you are good to go.
And the good thing is if you have a Ghanaian driver's license, which I think people should get their license before
that's one
you
thing.
can convert it.
Because
when I came, I just had to go for the eye test,
Yeah.
and then I was able to convert it, and I got 15 years. Fortunately for me, my Ghanaian license was going to expire the next year, so that even saved me.
You know how ours is?
I tell you, every 4 years, 2 years, 2 years, 2 years, for
you
6
need
years.
to get a sticker.
Then,
No sticker. Yeah, you get one, and that is you are good to
I got mine for 15 years, and I was like, wait,
And it's an
because
EU
we
one.
drive also.
in other
Same.
European countries.
Yeah, so that's kind of helpful.
It's good.
Like I think if you are coming here, that's one thing I'd recommend.
Yeah, the license.
The driver's license.
Try to get it and then you don't go for any tests.
Yeah.
Just the eye
eye
test.
to be-
Like
medical test.
no driving test, nothing.
Medical
You just
test.
get it.
Because
to
of
go.
how we drive in Ghana, it's the same as here.
Same.
Yes, right hand driving.
And if you get a car here, it's very easy to drive.
Yes, but if you are from, like I know East Africans drive at the other side,
Other
so
side.
that is different. Because for them, they have to be the drivers.
And then
Driving
talking
test
about
and
car,
everything.
I think people should learn how to drive a lot of manual.
Yeah, like me, I learned how to drive more automatic, and when I came, I've been struggling
Manual.
because
Yeah.
manual is not my thing.
And
Half
yeah,
clutch, half clutch.
Yeah, and then they wouldn't understand. Like they'll be shocked that a grown-up person, like an adult, doesn't know how to drive manual. Like they're struggling.
Yeah.
But they are always patient. When they see someone struggling,
But I think
they are
that's what
patient.
gave me shock during the winter time I came. I was like, I can't drive in this winter with, like, I have to take my time. Because the winter looks scary. Like, you're not going to move the snow and all those things. And when you're moving, like, sometimes when the road is more slippery, or when we are getting out of, like, winter, like the springtime, sometimes you don't think you can easily skip
You
on the
can.
road.
Yeah.
So
Because
that's
there's
what gave me a
cold,
bit
there's
of,
melting.
that's what gave me a bit of
very
shock.
slippery.
That,
Yeah, so yeah, basically for me, it's everything about the road. Even though I don't like unfortunately, but unfortunately is part of the.
You get a rejection. Unfortunately, sorry. We can't pick you for this job, unfortunately. But they say it nicely.
No, but it makes you more patient, you know.
Mm.
Oh, okay, unfortunately is part of life. You know, I think I discussed that. I didn't understand unfortunately. Like, why should someone apply for like 20 jobs and everyone is writing unfortunately? Then later when I got to know that it's part of this. Like, yes, what to be will be, and then as time goes on, you find your feet. Then you'll be fine.
Yeah.
It's just a matter of time. Yeah. And you can't compare your situation to someone. Everyone's situation
Story
is different.
Yeah.
So different, yeah. You just have to be patient and you also come. And know that you survive.
People have survived, so you also survive.
So,
Yeah.
definitely.
Nadine,
Mm-hmm.
what has been your great and what has been your nah?
My now, start from the health service. Like, why don't you have a health service for exchange students?
Yeah, I think they want you guys to have your own private kind of health. Yeah.
That was like so weird for me because I was right there at the office and then he told me like no, you can access it. So that was weird. And then I don't like the weather maybe because okay it's me, but I'm still trying to cope with the weather. And
The
so
weather, yeah.
yeah, I really don't like cold. So
Very soon you like
Yeah, you just have to adapt.
Yeah, so I'm still trying to get. And what I love, pictures.
That's why it's the happiest country in the world, because there's lots of beauty in nature, beauty everywhere.
Beauty in nature is the word.
It gives you beauty.
So many amazing things. Like, okay, just from like the Vasta campus, you can just see like, oh, beautiful. This is so nice. You don't even know like which one to snap and which one not to. So I think like I love beauty, and then I like the part that Vasta is so safe. I don't know if it's entire Finland, but Vasta is so safe.
But Finland is naturally more safe. Very safe.
Maybe Vasa might not be that safe, but I'm not saying it. I'm just other places with low population.
Yeah.
Surprisingly.
Yeah.
Very safe.
Yeah. Because the typical Finnish people are built on trust and all loyalty and stuff. Yeah. I think what is making the change is the foreigners we coming in. Some of us, our cultures are a bit different, so it takes a bit of time for us to. But I think when you're staying for a long time, you adapt to the.
Yeah, and then adapt to the fact that if you buy a good bicycle, it might be stolen. So you have to.
Yeah, I think bicycle and everyone like stealing those ones.
It's bicycle.
Yeah.
But your car, you can leave your key in, go.
Yeah, I cannot use your car, but a bicycle. Yeah.
Why would someone steal a bicycle? Oh my god, that's so weird.
Yeah.
That's right. I saw on Facebook Market yesterday, someone put a bicycle, then I saw 2 euros. I'm like, what? I went in and the person is like, I'm not selling bicycle, I'm reporting of
stolen bike.
And this bicycle means a lot to me, and I'm like, oh my god, this is heartbreaking.
Wow.
Yeah, but basically it's a good place, it's a nice place.
Yeah.
So that's your high moments, the pictures.
Yeah, I think the pictures, and then also how like they integrate with their kids, like they make time
It's
for
true.
family.
It's true. Even the dogs as well, the pets. 1 a.m. I see people walking pets around, and I'm like, wow, can I do that?
Yeah, they're partners. You know, I asked someone, she was always talking about nature.
Yeah.
And I asked her whether she is into any relationship. She said no, but she has pets. And that's actually made me realize what pets means to them.
Yeah.
It means so much. Like,
And
I asked her, she said, she feels so much connection with the pets, and she has that kind of bond with them. She feels that they are trustworthy and this. I'm like, wow.
I think we get ours from people.
Understand.
They get theirs from their pets and stuff. Yeah.
And they spend so much on them.
I tell you, like I go to shopping and I'm checking the animal groceries and animal like, ooh, this is like the whole something. Yeah.
They have supermarkets for even snakes. They have their own food. They have,
Yeah, cats, snakes.
They have snake food where if your pet is a snake, you can give the snake food.
I've not seen that one before.
Oh yeah, I will take it.
You have them in the shops.
You show them. You can go buy. I can buy one for you.
No.
So let's finally wrap up on final advice and then the apps they should get. Because I think number one app would be To Do as a student for all your student stuff on your studies, on your library, on your restaurants. And the restaurants, you can check all the restaurants available and use your student discounts. Student discounts, your hub is your Frank app. Because if you have a Frank app, it shows your student ID. When you're taking the train, you get student discounts. Yeah, but To Do, well, for the PhD students, it doesn't really show.
Frank, oh, you know.
Frank app shows your picture and everything, the university and stuff. FRANK.
Frank.
So you can put those ones in the description.
Okay.
Yeah.
We can put those ones.
But for me, I think To Do, Frank app,
Wild
matter a lot. Wild T, your bus app. If you're in Helsinki, HSL app.
Okay, depends on the area.
The area.
Depends on the area.
Yes. But even with Wild T, you can swap in the town because if you go to a lot of towns are in there, like Oulu, Vasa, they're all in the Vasa app, which is very good as well. Like for me, I think those are like my top 3 apps. And then if you're a student, make sure you get the K-Pulsar app. And then if you shop a little, get a little plus app. And every shop you go, like when you go and buy something, my guy, ask for membership and then join the membership something. They won't do that to you, but you get discounts. And then when they are doing promotions and sales, you get to know about it.
Yeah.
So I think for me, those are like my top kind of app. And then the FMG, the meteorological one, to check the weather every day.
Yeah.
Like as you were saying, it is this, but it feels like this. That will help you know what to dress in there. And then the swarm.fi is also good for.
Swarm.
It's for like your documents.
Anything,
your documents and these ones. And then there's this 112 app.
The
Location. If you get missing.
It's Swarm 112.
Yes. If you get missing, like that's also very helpful. Which other app?
I think for now, maybe you can check and you put in the description.
And then the Google Translate.
Yeah, Google Translator. It's your lifesaver.
Deep L. That's also another good for translation. Deep L, I think it gives more a bit precise than Google Translator.
Okay.
Deep L.
And even one advice based on what I've experienced that I'll give to students coming in is they can try to come a bit early, maybe by first week of August, if it's possible. And yeah, there's berry picking opportunities around that time. You can pick berries maybe for 1 month. You get some good cash. You go to school. It's better. So that when you feel like you are struggling or something, you can draw on that money for some time. Yeah, we have people coming in.
Yeah, because if you come in winter time and all those things, you're not gonna get any cash. It takes a while getting work.
Yeah, so this is a free thing. You can pick and sell. You can pick, or you can join companies who organize picking for people, and then or you can make some cash from that. Yeah. That's one of the easiest things you can get to do.
For me,
yeah.
What I would say is,
but I think on that still employment money thing, I think it's also good if you know how to drive. But if you come, you have to do food delivery or something. Like if you know how to drive, and if you're a female, like handy skills, like you can braid hair, you can cook, you can sew. I think those things are things that give you survival in the interim. So you get something big to lay on. I think that matters a lot.
Yeah. So you can use the very money to buy a car and drive. You can use it to set up. I've seen. I've been a beneficiary of that system.
So the very piece, right?
You after this.
Okay. I think the advice I'll give is.
And I think over here, no job is big, no job is small. Whether it's doing whatever, like everyone is the same. Yeah. So it's about a decent earning, decent living. So far as it's not prostitution or whatever, but you're not selling drugs or whatever. Any job, like we are the same.
Any legal job.
It's legal. What matters is you're earning your living. That's what matters.
Even if it's paper delivery, if it's what.
Still work.
I would say the moment you get your admission or the moment you want to start, get connected to someone who is already in the system for the person to guide you through.
Yeah, but don't totally depend on that because if you don't get someone.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
But they have about years.
If you get confused.
Can we handle all of them? Because when they come to me, I'll push them to you. Because we can't handle all of them.
What I'm saying, if you get confused.
Yeah, but we'll gladly help however we can help.
Instead of going your own way and doing the wrong thing, it's better you connect to someone already in the system for assistance. You see, at least that one will help you with your visa application, how to go about it and those things. That one might be better than to do something that will later cost you. And with the accommodation things, the same thing. You contact someone who in the system. Oh, this is what I'm facing. What that? Yes. And one thing is let your passport have a longer period. Our passport is already expiring. Get a new one so that I can get.
And I think invest in a bank account, invest in a passport. Because sometimes people wait till they're about to travel or they get to school before they're looking for passports.
Which is very difficult to get at the moment.
It's money, but I think those are investments you need to make in yourself. And if your parents didn't make it in you, make that investment in yourself.
So get all your documents ready and apply. Finland is a good place.
It's the happiest country in the world.
Yeah. So at least if the means are there, you can. Yeah. And other schools give scholarship on those things, so you can explore anyone.
You can check their scholarship bits later on.
Yeah. So I think the rest of the apps and things we put this on the channel, but thank you, Nadine. Thank you, Selhot. Thank you, I. Like it's been fun doing this with you. Whatever questions people have, they leave. We would also try and then maybe later do some. And now maybe we have some food around. Yeah. Or we'll sit outside. For now, we are just enjoying the winter in darkness. Maybe later on we can do some summer shoot or something.
Unfortunately, I will be there.
You join us online.
Would you virtual meeting for virtual communion?
That's the best virtual. So that do so for.
So thank you all for joining us.
Thank you. Bye.
Thank you very much. We'll see you in our next episode or next video.
All right.
Let's have.
Hi, though.